introduce ourselves to you with an H-E-L-L-O. Hello. The Southhawks say hello. Hit it! Everybody yell 2 bits, 2 bits, 4 bits, 4 bits. Hey, 6 bits, $1. All for the Southhawks. Stand up and holler.
Ladies and gentlemen, to show the spirit of sportsmanship and camaraderie, it is tradition for the hosting school to welcome the visitor school. Today we have Student Council President Marley Garza.
Good evening, football fans. On behalf of the Harlingen High School South administration, staff, students, fans, and student council, we would like to welcome the Nikki Row Warriors to J. Lewis Bogus Stadium for tonight's game. Your officers for the 2025-26 school year are President, Marley Garza; Vice President, Samantha Santiana; Secretary, Ariana Renteria; Treasurer, Ellie Groff; Historian, Bianca Roman; and Parliamentarian, Charlotte Dahl. We would like to offer the Nikki Row Warriors this basket as a symbol of friendship between the two schools. May tonight's game be played with good sportsmanship and to every player's best ability the Texas way. We pray that every player is left without injury. A special thanks goes out to every person who made this game possible. The best of luck to both teams. Have a safe trip home and may the best team win. No fear, all faith. Go Hawks!
You know what spreads faster than any virus? It's fear. Now when it comes to fear, you can either forget everything and run, I said, or you can face everything and rise. And let me tell you what I believe. I believe we're gonna face everything and rise. It's not how you fall, it's how you get back up. And what don't kill us make us stronger, boy. Bet that up. Take a swing at us, you better hit hard. Cause when we swing back, it's like, oh God. It's time to knuckle up and fight hard. Now let's all buckle up and fight hard. Que Dios bendiga a todas tus familias, mi amigo, se parta mandito, vamos.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's officials are back judge Andres Solis, side judge Marvin Martinez, field judge James Ramirez, line judge Frankie Garcia, headline judge Eddie Salmas, umpire Mike Ochoa, and referee Adrian Elizondo. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention to the middle of the field? Tonight's honorary coin toss is being performed by HCISD Maintenance and Grounds Crew. They are the team that works behind the scenes each week to make Boga Stadium ready for kickoff. From the field to the stands, their hard work makes nights like these possible. Let's give them a big round of applause and a heartfelt thank you for all they do. Today's representative, we have Ninfa Muñiz, 28 years. We have Sylvia Posada with 20 years and Art Galvan with 33 years with HCISD. Our captain for Harlingen South, number 1, Julian De Leon. Number 9, Frank Puente. Number 11, Oleg Lerma. Number 46, Pablo Hernandez. And number 56, Ryan Luna. Captains for Nikki Row are number 5, Rosbel Ramos. Number 7, Dante Rodriguez. Number 15, Elijah Garza. Number 25, Nomar Aguirre.
Nikki Row has won the toss and elected to defer. Harlingen South will receive on the south end. Gentlemen, shake hands. Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the school alma mater songs show a sense of pride. The songs are carried from present, past, and future alumni. Now we ask you to please rise for the playing of this time-honored school songs. The Nikki Row High School alma mater will be conducted by the Warrior Band. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Harlingen High School South alma mater will be conducted by your mighty Hawk Band. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please remain standing for the presentation of colors.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Cadet Captain Araceli Garcia.
And I'm Cadet First Lieutenant Emma Cortinas.
Tonight, at the south end of the field, the flag-raising color guard from Harlingen High School South Air Force Junior ROTC is led by Cadet Airman Rodriguez.
At the center field, the color guard is also led by Cadet Master Sergeant Valderas.
While the national anthem is being sung, please remove all hats, place your right hand over your heart, and remain silent until the last music note is sung. Veterans, it is appropriate to render a military salute.
Tonight, the Harlingen South Choir will be singing the national anthem. Please join the Harlingen South Varsity Choir under the direction of Willie Morales and Elora Sanchez.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
Good evening and welcome to Bogus Stadium in Harlingen, Texas. My name is Jim Young. I'm here with my good buddy, Joe Martinez. We're here for Friday Night Lights. It's so good to be back with you. It's the second year for me and Joe. It's year 5 of the tenure of Coach Izzy Gonzalez, and it is the first game of the 2025 Harlingen South football schedule. Joe, I heard an old country song today made me think of you. It said, there ain't no place that I'd rather be except sitting next to you, sitting next to me.
All righty.
How does it feel to be back?
Oh, man, it feels good to be back. You know, Jim, this is what we, I look forward for the fall. Look forward to seeing all these people out there rooting for the Hawks and out there, the whole Harlingen community coming here. Man, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's a little hot out there, but man, this is what it's all about. Fall football here is back in Harlingen, Texas, here at Bogus Stadium. We've got a great matchup. We want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight and hearing, putting up with Jim and I, really. Getting to see our first game here, to see where we're at, Harlingen South coming up. You know, they last year, Jim, we were talking about it earlier. They lost a lot of key players, and they got a lot of players that need to step up this year, and they've got some good talent. We saw them in the scrimmages, and they look good in the scrimmages, but now this is where it actually counts in the win-loss column. And Nikki Row also coming off an off year. But Jim, I think they're going to be a young team, and I think they will get better as the weeks come.
Yeah, absolutely. The South Hawks are running out onto the field. Nikki Row came out just before them. We've had the anthem. We've had the coin toss. Nikki Row won the coin toss. They'll defer to the second half. The South Hawks will get the ball first. I mentioned this is year 5 of the tenure of Coach Izzy Gonzalez. It started with a 32-6A district championship and a win against Harlingen South. The last 3 years have been good, maybe not 10-1 and 7-0 in a district championship good, but this team returns almost all of their offensive weapons. Now, there are 2 notable exceptions to that.
Yeah.
One is your do-it-all, score from anywhere on the field, any way you can score. That's Dylan Anaya. He was a senior. He graduated. You're talking about a kid that twice, not once, but twice last year, scored 3 different ways, rushing, receiving, and passing. He almost did it a couple more times.
Mike.
You're also... Go ahead, Joe.
No.
Mike
I thought I heard something.
Okay, you're also missing Alvin Edwards, but with the absence of Alvin Edwards, you may or may not notice it because there's a new number 14 in the South Hawk backfield. He's a junior. His name is Caden Edwards.
Relationship?
Yeah, I think so, Joe. And we're going to see how much of a relationship when the action gets started, because the South Hawks and Austin Schroyer, who returns as a senior, and Alvin Edwards and the South Hawks are going to get the ball first. The kick is away. It's low. It's short. It's fielded inside the 20. It's brought up just past the 30. He's dancing, and he gets to just about the 34-yard line with some extra effort. It was Ezzy Cortez fielding that kickoff, and the South Hawks are going to start at their own 34-yard line. Decent field position.
It's going to be good field position, Jim, and this is the kind of field position you want. This is a good chance to look at the offense, try to put a successful drive, whether they score or not, but at least get some, some movement downfield, get a few first downs, get a feel for the game. And I think this is, I always believe in every game, whether this game week 1, but the first drive is pretty critical and crucial. And let's see what South is going to come on. And here we go. We're lining up.
Austin Schroyer, your senior quarterback, he led the team well last year. He's in the shotgun on first down. The give is to Caden Edwards, who's around the left side and past the 40-yard line and just shy of a first down. That is reminiscent.
Yeah, that looked pretty. I almost looked like his brother there for a second there, but he made a good little cut move in the left-hand side, Jim. There was a great block out there by one of the linemen out there that made a key block. It was enable him to get outside and get about 8 yards, and giving South really good second down here.
Now, the skill positions are senior laden. One thing to look at is the offensive line for South. They graduated 5 starting seniors. Edwards now around the right side with a first down past the 50-yard line, and just like that. And as soon as I said just like that, let's do a different just like that. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, that's going to be coming to hold. That's going to be coming back. I'm not going to call out numbers, but it was just going to be a holding call against South. But nonetheless, though, he was able to get a good speed around.
Number 9.
And getting that first down, supposed to be a first down, allegedly it's a first down. But anyway, Jim, that looked like a good run, regardless of the hold or not. But South is now going to, and these are the things that we talked about last year, when what we call drive killers, Jim. This is what we call a drive killer. When you get a first down, you're at 2nd and 2, getting a first down, and all of a sudden you find yourself at 2nd and 12. And those are the things that I guarantee you Izzy just,
Yeah, well, and then that's usually the way it starts with the beginning of the season. An end around in Ciati Cabrera, the play is blown dead. There was some movement and some confusion as to who was doing what there.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be coming back.
On the defense, number 12.
The defense
5-yard penalty.
South is going to be able to get about a few of those yards, get it down to about a 2nd and 7 now, Jim. A little bit better, not as good as 2nd and 2, but still 2nd and 7. And now you can, come out with the different play ideas. And I'm sure Coach Gonzalez is going to come up with some nice plays here. But Jim, this is some of the things already. 4 plays, 2 penalties already, my friend.
Matt Alvear and Frank Puente off the field. Gavin Ramirez and I believe it was Ezzy Cortez on the field. It's now 2nd and 7 after the encroachment penalty. We got 5 yards back. The pass to Edwards, and it's incomplete, and it's just as well. It was in the backfield, but it was covered up.
Yeah, actually, Jim, that was probably a good, if you were going to miss something like that, that probably would have gotten a loss or maybe a couple of more. I think it was going to be back to the original line of scrimmage. So, and nevertheless, came out, dropped the ball. Now you still got a 3rd and 7 to go, and see what they can come up with. See if they can get the first down. See if they can continue this drive, Jim.
So 3rd and 7 now. You really don't want to punt the ball so soon. Schroyer back to pass. He's got a man. Wow. And Gavin Ramirez is laid out in the backfield. The throw wasn't good. It was a little off target, and really Gavin didn't have any place to go. We're fortunate that wasn't an interception. We're fortunate, of course, that Gavin is okay. He popped right back up.
I think Dante Rodriguez made his presence known right there in that hit, Jim. I saw it coming. He had nobody coming in. He was coming at full speed, and he was going to lay somebody down, and he sure did. That was number 7, Dante Rodriguez for the Nikki Row Warriors.
We talked about Dante before the game. He is one of their playmakers returning on defense. He's a senior. It's 4th and 7 now, and the play is blown dead. Giselle Ovalle back to punt.
Delay a game.
Yeah,
offense number 5. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down. I never
understood the delay a game on a punt. I am serious. I'm sorry, but I just don't understand that one. But anyway, here we go. Where South is going to go now. It's back to about 4th and 11. And Jim and Nikki Row looks like they're going to get some decent field position.
The left-footed punter Giselle Ovalle booms it to inside the 20. The returner is back up to just past the 35-yard line, similar to field position for Rowe that South started with. And, in reviewing last year's game, that game was about defense, special teams, and field position. The offense was just okay, but and we almost lost that game at the end, but it was defense and special teams that kept South in control of that one until very late.
Yeah, and I think, special teams, it's going to be a crucial part, because right there, that was a heck of a punt. That was at least 50-yard punt, and great punt, drove him back, but he was able to get a good return and give Nikki Row a good field position at about the 34-yard line.
It was a terrific punt. So now Nikki Row gets their first spot on offense. The snap was low. The quarterback keeps it. He's going to get about 4 yards, which is a lot more than it looked like they were going to get given the bad snap.
Yeah, that was Elia Garcia there. Actually, bad snap, fumble, whatever you want to call it. But, yeah, when you lose at that, you lose a little bit of momentum. But, Jim, you're right. When you get a bad snap like that and get 4 yards out of it, I think that's a good thing.
And I think that's number 15, which would be Elijah Garza, the quarterback. Yes, it is. It is Garza. The running back has a first down. That's number 23. He's up to past midfield once again, and that's Iban Ramirez, the running back for Rowe.
Well, he looks like a bruiser back. He just came out to the left-hand side, Jim. Broke 2 tackles, if you notice, right in the very front. Broke a tackle, hit it dead, and able to move the chains. And now Nikki Row is already in South territory here with 9:27 left to play in the fourth quarter. Nice drive like that now so far.
First down now from the South 49. He fakes the handoff, throws right. It's caught just outside the 40-yard line, about an 8-yard gain.
That was a great pass. It was a little hook route, and that was number 21 there. That was Mario Menchaca getting doing a nice little co-route. Great pass, too, by Garza. Hit him right on the money and, giving him good field position. Nikki Row, Jim, offense is looking pretty sharp in this first drive.
Most of their skill position players from last year graduated, a big question mark. They also have a new head coach, which we'll talk about. There's a flag on the play. Ramirez around to the left side, and he gets bottled up in the backfield. A good pursuit by the South defense. Now, second effort brings him close to the first down, but the flag may be against South.
Yeah, that was called by the side judge. I couldn't see if South was lining up in the neutral zone, but that looks like that might be the call because he threw it right away, and I did not see any movement, Jim, from the O-line.
Illegal formation. 5 men in the backfield. Offense.
I guessed it was against South because they didn't blow the play dead, but that illegal formation is one where they'll let it go. So that is a good break. They had him bottled up in the backfield for a loss anyway. The second effort would have brought it close to a first down. As it is, it's second down again now with 7 to go for a first. 9:03 to play in the first quarter. Garza in the shotgun. He drops back to pass. He's got pressure, and he's going to keep it running around the right side. Lerma's going to push him out of bounds before the first down, and that's going to bring up third and short.
Yeah, that was a good little read by Garza. He was actually looking downfield for number 4, but decided to take it into the left hand. Now they're doing hurry-up offense, Jim, trying to get it the South off guard.
Pressure by Joe Carter-Nunez, the sophomore. The give is right up the middle. He's going to get the first down by about a yard.
Yeah, he was going to. I think they were trying to catch, and they did catch South off guard here. And Nikki Row moving the ball really good right now, doing their job, getting moving the chains and catching South defense right now a little off guard.
That's sure what it seemed like. First and 10 now from the South 38. Garza in the shotgun. Now they're waiting for the call from the sideline. Mario Menchaca in the backfield with Garza for Nikki Row. Now he's going to line up in the I formation. The shotgun snap, the handoff.
Wow.
And he is all the way through and upended. That was that? No, that's Camilo Montoya.
That was number 20 there.
That turned him completely upside down. Unfortunately, it was after he picked up a first down. I was a little slow on the call because that fake handoff got me too.
Well, that great run by Menchaca, that was the last line of defense. Montoya was the last line there, Jim.
They're running it right up the middle and gang tackled just inside the 15. That looks like another first down.
Yeah, that's Menchaca running that. Looks like he's their workhorse. If you're looking, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching at home, look, he had that offensive line of Nikki Row. South defensive line is not in pushover right now. They got some good size, but they're getting the job done. They're up front. They're winning the battle there in the trenches.
So far, you're absolutely right, and it's going to be a timeout early for South. It's an early timeout, but you know what? Can't really blame them. Sorry if you heard my crinkling paper there. But with the timeout, we wanted to make sure to give a moment to give a big thanks to our proud sponsors of Bogus Stadium, LF Motors, Texas Regional Bank, Valley Baptist Health Systems, South Texas Urgent Care Center, Fast Signs, Burke Children's Dentistry, Whataburger, and Reina's Barbecue and Cocina. We appreciate their support of HCISD Athletics. Folks, please support the folks that support HCISD Athletics. Across the valley, just up the valley a little bit, the Harlingen Cardinals are playing at Weslaco. the Weslaco Panthers. Last year we had Wesco here while South traveled to Nikki Row. And we're going to try to keep you guys updated on that game as well. And right now they're showing replays and not a score, so I don't know what's happening quite yet. But we're going to let you know as soon as it looks like Weslaco may have scored. Well, that's okay. We'll figure that one out in a minute. Unfortunately, Rowe is threatening to do the same thing. 1st and 10 at the south 15-yard line. Garza in the backfield with Menchaca. He's calling the play. The shotgun snap, the give, and it is a give to Menchaca. He dances around the left side for a gain of about 7.
Yeah, Menchaca's getting the O-line is getting that push. It didn't do anything fancy. He just ran right behind number 56 there of Nikki Row and number 77. And Jim, just like that, they got 6-7 yards, making it a 2nd and 3, and they're ready to go.
The quick snap, and it's a 1st down at about the 2-yard line, back with
Ramirez.
Yes, Ivan Ramirez, thank you.
No, that was a great run, too. Also getting it down to a 1st and goal, Jim. Nikki Row's offense right now looking pretty impressive.
They're absolutely humming, and that's a touchdown, and that was way too easy.
That was way too easy. He didn't get touched until he playing, and Nikki Row, ladies and gentlemen, take a set lead against the Harlingen South Hawks right here at Boga Stadium with 6:54 left to play in the first quarter. What a great game so far. What an impressive, Jim, drive that Nikki Row did. Pretty much ran the ball, did a couple of passes, but Jim, you got to be impressed with that offense right now.
I am impressed. You know, we said it earlier, the road team is a big question mark. They lost a lot of players, particularly on the offense, to graduation. But they also have new leadership. The new head coach is Jamar Taylor, and if that name is familiar, Jamar Taylor was a star, one of the best players in the RGV at Mission High School in the 90s. He went on to play at Texas A&M. He went on to play 2 years for the New York Football Giants in 2004 and 2005. And he's now the new first-year head coach at Nikki Row. And I don't have a score. I'll look once we're able for Harlingen and Weslaco. I think Weslaco scored, but now you've got Hassan Woolery leading the Harlingen Cardinals offense over in Weslaco. He just made a good run on a quarterback keeper on 1st down. And we're excited to see Hassan Woolery this year, now a sophomore. We saw him in the scrimmage last week. We were wondering how his knee was going to look. It looked good. The other thing that looked good was his arm. He really seems to have improved as a pocket passer, as a passer in general.
Yeah, he sure did. I mean, it looks like that they're going to have a lot of threats downfield, I think, this year. We can't wait to see next week, should I say, Bird Bowl. But here we go with the kickoff.
So Ezzy Cortez once again fielding the short kickoff. He's around the left side. He might have an edge. He's past the 35-yard line and pushed out at about the 39-yard line. So once again, decent field position for the Southhawks. Hopefully we can clean up some of those mistakes and move the ball down the field.
Yeah, and that's some of the things that you have to do right now, Jim. Is that right now, I know it's early and I know it's week 1 and there's going to be some cramping, there's going to be some mistakes, but these are the things that you don't want to start. I said it earlier before we started this, that I always feel that the first drive sets some of the paces. So right here, Nikki Row came down, scored. South, right now, I think they got to answer something with some kind of points and get that defense a little rest there.
Well, that's right. We definitely need to spend some time with our offense on the field. Schroyer's going to pass. He's got Cortez, and it's complete to almost midfield. He is trying to fight for a 1st down, but he's going to be about a yard short. Good effort from Ezzy Cortez on that play.
And that was a good little quarter route on there. And the pass was done pretty perfectly by Cortez. I mean, it caught by Cortez. Giving South right now a 2nd and 1, Jim, and this is the kind of play that you want, a 2nd and 1. You can pretty much call anything you want, anything out of the playbook.
A big pass for a first down to midfield at the Harlingen-Westco game. That is for Harlingen. Here in Harlingen at Bogus Stadium, Schwarrier is looking for the first down. He dives forward, and he's very close to the first down marker. I don't know if they're going to give it to him. I thought he got farther than where they're marking the football.
It's going to be about a foot short, Jim, and that was a very smart move by Schwarrier, because what happened there, he was going to get a loss. He was going to be about 2 yards behind. Took a dive and able to get half a yard, but giving South third and about a foot, maybe even less, maybe even inches.
Third and very short. Schwarrier in the shotgun. He gives it to Edwards. No, he's going to keep it. He's going to run around the right side and get dragged down for a 1 yard loss. Actually, I think the spot was generous.
That was generous.
It looks like it was short, and it is short. It's going to be fourth down, and I was going to say, I'm going to try not to call two football games at once, because I've got the Harlingen-Westco game over here. It is 7-0 Westlaco, and Harlingen has the ball driving in Westco territory. Just got another first down.
Yeah, and that was a good play. I'm going to give a shout out there to Justin Nava, number 9 for Nikki Row. Was able to run with Schwarrier stride by stride and preventing the first down. Now South is going for it in fourth down. Here we go.
South going for it. Lined up in the backfield is Edwards. Edwards gets the handoff, and it's again very close. And this one is closer than the other two plays.
This is going to depend on the spot. Wherever the ref thinks, this could be either way. Nikki Row saying that it's going to go. South is saying it's a first down.
They're going to measure.
But they're going to measure it. I honestly do think right now the way it looks, Jim.
For measurement.
Oh, God, I can't even tell you, because the nose of the football is right at the edge of the 49-yard line, and the stick is a little bit past it as well. If it makes it, you're talking about an inch. If he misses it, it's going to be an inch. And here we go, and it's going to be, it looks like it's going to be a turnover. And Nikki Rowe is going to get the ball back. I told you it's going to be about an inch short either way, and it is. And Nikki Row, a great defensive stand. South gambling it. I like the call. I like that they did that. I totally like it. But nevertheless, that's going to cost them. Now the defense is going to come out, Jim, and they got to make a stand, because they got the ball now in South territory here. And earlier, Jim, it looked like the offense was doing whatever they wanted to.
Yeah, it was. I'm okay with the call to go for it.
Me too.
And with Caden Edwards in the backfield, and of course we may be putting too much expectation and pressure on Caden Edwards because of who his brother is and what his brother accomplished last year. But and maybe what we should be talking about is, again, the turnover on that offensive line. 4 starters graduated last year, and so we'll see how that pans out. It's a reverse, and it's a run up the sideline. He might be gone, Joe.
He's gone. I think there's 1-2 men. Oh, he bumps his in.
He's down inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be first and goal at about the 3.
I think it faked everybody out. I even faked me out for a little bit here. He went around out to the left-hand side, but there's a holding call. And that's going to come back, Jim. And that's going to be a big break for Harlingen South, because
first down.
That was going to be a first and goal, Jim, and now you got it back here. Oh, that's about a 60-yard turnaround there, Jim.
Goodness gracious. You know, I was just morose over giving up that big play and almost a touchdown, but the holding penalty is going to march Rowe back to their own 41-yard line. So fortunately, that hold occurred pretty close to the original line of scrimmage, because now it's going to be first and 20. Okay, take a breath. I'm okay. We're okay. It's first and 20 for Nikki Row now. Garza in the shotgun, he gives to Menchaca, and he is hammered at the line of scrimmage.
That was a good stop there, and that was actually Ramirez, Jim. Sometimes 23, sometimes it's 21. Ramirez going around the left-hand side. I don't think that he got to the line of scrimmage. He probably lost a yard or so, but nevertheless, that was a great push, and it led by number 44 of the that was Kaysen going in there and making a good penetration and stopping him for about a loss.
Well, I'm happy for the first time this year to call the name Marcus Garza. He was in there with Oleg Lerma and Cash Harrell. Now the pass out to the right side is going to get 8 or so yards back from that penalty. That's going to bring up third and long. But what a great play. There is a flag in the backfield of Nikki Row.
That doesn't look good. You know what that usually means. It's 99% of the time. We know what it is. But nevertheless, Nikki Row started off this way, with great field position, Jim, and moving backwards mainly because of penalties.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. Defense number 46. Because the player's helmet came off because of foul, he does not exit the play. It'll be an automatic first down, Rowe.
I always thought that coming off the field when your helmet came off was a safety precaution, but they're saying that because the defense caused it, he doesn't have to come off the field. I don't really understand that.
I don't either.
But it's a personal foul and a first down, so now we're just going back and forth on either side of the 50-yard line for penalties. Hey, at least it's not first and goal from the 3. The handoff to Menchaca is up the right side, and only a modest gain on first down to bring up second medium.
Yeah, and that was a good little run. That was a good run. Got about 3-4 yards on it, but I see what Nikki Row's trying to do, and they have a good size on that line, Jim. If you focus on 71, 56, and those guys are really pulling. When they pull to the left, they're creating some lanes, though. This time they didn't get too much, but Nikki Row is committed right now to the run, and right now South is not able to stop it.
I tell you what, this game kind of looks like the game from last year, except the opposite. And so Nikki Row has some confusion in the backfield. I don't think they really knew who was doing what there. Garza has to slide down and take a loss, and they're going to bring that back to the 35-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 11. So now, big third down. You can't go down 14-0, and a key to preventing that is coming up with a stop here on 3rd and 11. They're at the 35-yard line of South with 3:15 to go and counting. Garza's in the shotgun. He gets the snap. He's looking to pass. He's looking. He fires, and it is tipped and almost intercepted. And I tell you what, I was a little concerned that the ref might get a little trigger happy.
I thought he would.
But the coverage, and if I'm not mistaken, the coverage was provided by Jacob Garza, number 2. Do I have that right, Joe?
Yeah, it was number 2, and it was great coverage. And I thought this was going to be 2-down territory if they got about 4 or 5, 6 yards. But it looks like they're either going to talk it over or going to send the special teams. But yes, Jim, that was Jacob Garza, and I thought I agree with you 100%. I think that was just great coverage. He hit him at perfect timing. But sometimes the ref can see it a little bit early, a little bit late. But I saw that right there, and I agree with you. That was just, you couldn't do it any better.
We're going to take a timeout, and we'll take it with them on the HCISD Sports Network.
Meet your South Texas Urgent Care Center partners, where they treat you like family. Stop by to receive the urgent care you need without the expense of an ER visit. Now located right next door.
Chance to get it back. Yadi Cabrera at the 6-yard line waiting for the punt. The snap is up. The kick is up. It's quite short. He's going to have to let it bounce. It's going to roll, and Rowe is going to get to down it inside the 10. I guess that could have been worse.
It looked like he accidentally touched it. It could have been worse. It could have been a little bit further down. The ball still was going to roll about 2-3 more yards. But, Jim, so far this is going to be South's 3rd drive. And now they're going to be pushed back to about the 7-yard line, 8-yard line. And got 92 yards to go to get some points on the board. But, nevertheless, I think it's time for them to start pounding the ball, running the ball, throwing a little pass plays, and try to open up that defense. Because right now Nikki Row's defense is playing pretty good and got good size up front.
Up the road in Wesco, the Panthers have the ball with a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals back on defense. Here in Harlingen, it is 1st and 10 from the 8-yard line. Schroyer is going to hand it off to, I'm not sure if that was Edwards or not, but it's a carry up to about the 10, and Nikki Row says they have the football.
Oh, it looks like they did, and that was Luke Ramirez, number 34, running around the right side and got a hit. I couldn't see who did the hit, and looking at that, but Nikki Row, nevertheless, right now, is going to get the ball at right around the 11-yard line, so they still have enough to get a first down, Jim, and they're going to have 1st and 10 at around the 11-yard line, and that was one thing you don't want to do is turn over the ball deep. You don't want to turn over any time, but deep in your territory, that's even more heartbreaking there.
I expect a lot out of Luke Ramirez. He's just a sophomore. That was his first carry. He's going to remember that one. Garza's looking back. He's going to be sacked. There's Marcus Garza and company. Derek that's Cash Harrell was in there with them, 44, not 40. Garza and Harrell split the sack, and it's going to be second down.
And this is exactly what they needed, Jim.
Absolutely. Second down and 16. They're at the 15-yard line. No, they say the 14-yard line. They can Nikki Row can get a first down if they get it inside the 1. So great play on first down. Garza's going to fake the handoff. He's looking to throw. He's got a man. It's complete inside the 10. And it's Jacob Garza who makes the sure tackle on the sideline, and that's going to bring up third down and about 3 or 4.
Yeah, that was a good little pass, getting them down back closer to the line of scrimmage. Now they got about a 3rd and 4, 35 to go, and see what they come up with.
Garza with the handoff, and he's fighting for a first down. It's going to be close, but he looks like about a half-yard short. That's going to bring up a 4th and extremely short, and a decision for Nikki Row. You got to think they're going to go for with the success they've had on the ground thus far.
I think they will. They are. They're going to try to catch South off guard with those big guys up front.
They're going to snap it quick, and
he's got it.
It looks like he's got a first down and a touchdown. So the thing we were dreading happening has happened, and Nikki Row is up 2 touchdowns here in the first quarter. You haven't really seen anything worth hanging your hat on except for a couple of good defensive plays, mostly Marcus Garza.
Yeah, and right now that O-line, the O-line is getting their way, getting good push, and able to get yards at will there for the Nikki Row Warriors. So,
Joe, so far that is the story of the game, is Nikki Row dominating at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. The extra point is up. It's good. It's 14-0 Nikki Row.
Yeah, and you're right, Jim. They just been on the trenches, winning on both sides of the battle, and this is how you win football games. The minute that your O-line defeats your D-line, or your D-line starts dominating the O-line, this is where the yards is coming. This is where quarterbacks get their coverage from. The running backs open up the lanes, and right now Nikki Row's 5 guys, 6 guys up front are definitely doing the job right. South has got to come up with some kind of different packages right now, because their defense also, too, Jim, is a little winded out there, being a lot. Their defense has been out there more than the offense as far as play-wise is concerned.
The defense has been out there a lot. Rowe finished in 6th place last year in District 16-5A with a 3-7 overall record, a 3-4 district record. Now with mostly new players at the skill positions on offense, mostly new players starting on defense. You got their main playmaker last year on defense, Dante Hernandez, is back. Jamar Taylor, the new head coach, he's been coaching in the Valley the last 17 or so years. Coached as an offensive coordinator at Edinburgh Vela, at PSJA, most recently at Weslaco East. It's a squib kick. It's going to get picked up at the 20-yard line by Christian Trevino, and he's not going to get very much farther. This is going to be the worst starting field position for South, but, field position really hasn't been the issue so much. It's been being dominated at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if they've gotten the ball at the 35, 38-yard line, gotten the ball deep in their territory, turned the ball over, but Jim, yes. And now their O-line has got to create some lanes to give Edwards some running room and try to get that running game established. Right now, it's 14-0, it's not out of reach, but you do not want to go 3 and out.
Kicking team
We got an
24.
offsides on the kicking team.
I'll
here.
take it.
Elected to take it 5 yards from the
Yeah, I'll take that all day.
I would too, because that field position was not going to be doing it here. So instead of getting the ball at about the 24, they're going to get it at the 29-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and 5. Or are they going to start to change? No,
I think they'll start. It'll be 1st and 10 from the South. Looks like they marked it at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, and South is going to get a little bit better field position, Jim. But as I was saying earlier, this is the time when you got to make some plays happen. The O-line has got to start winning in the trenches. Got to open up some lanes.
Got to get a first down.
Got to get a first down. Get Edwards, and Ramirez has got to come back and, okay, you made a mistake, and there we go. We got to move on.
Schroyer's in the backfield by himself. 5 wide receivers set. He's back to pass. He's got a man. It's Ezzy Cortez. He's got it at the 30. He's at the 20. Here we go. Southhawks on the board.
Wow. Wow. That thing was open. We saw it. I saw it right away. He was reading a slant route, Jim, and boy, can you get more open than that? I don't think so, ladies and gentlemen. That was a bullet by Shore. I was just impressed. I'm a little shocked. I'm a little shocked for words here, but wow. This is how you want to get back in the game, ladies and gentlemen. You just throw it down the field, right down the middle, and come back and score. South scoring 6 points right away on the first play of the drive.
Got me right up out of my chair, Joe. And you're right. Ezzy Cortez was wide open. It was the first offensive play with nobody in the backfield with Schroyer. I don't know if Nikki Row was ready for it. You had 5 wide receivers lined up left, 2 right. From the left side in that 3 receiver set was Ezzy Cortez. He ran a seam right up the middle. Schroyer hit him in stride. He didn't have to slow down. He didn't have to speed up. All he had to do was catch the ball and take it to the house.
And nobody was around him, and that was the thing. It was a lot of times when somebody's that open, Jim, a lot of times the quarterbacks, tend to overthrow, underthrow, whatever, and let somebody catch up to them. But that was a laser. That was a laser by Schroyer. The only thing I don't like about this touchdown, Jim, that it happened in one play, and the defense has to come back out.
And the defense better get some oxygen real quick and get right back on the field. But that was a 62-yard touchdown throw and catch, Schroyer to Cortez. And you know who Ezzy Cortez looks like? Looks like Luis Orozco.
I second that there, yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, watching out the window here at the press box here with Jim and I, the South fans are looking a little down right now, man. But now they got a little life. They got a little fire. I'm looking down at everybody here, and they get a little bit more energized. And that's all it takes. It's a quick strike, Jim. All it takes is just a little bit of energy and put yourself out there, get the 6-7 points on there. And boy, all of a sudden we've got a one-possession game.
I hope I didn't hit you with my highlighter. I stood up and just threw it out of excitement. The kickoff is away. It's a touchback.
No, you did not, but I mean, they wouldn't have minded because it was exciting. I mean, I did see that. I saw that whole play developing, and when I saw that play developing, I was just saying, man, let him hit him on stride.
You knew all he had to do was be accurate. If he was accurate, he was gone. Yeah. Well, I destroyed that highlighter.
Is that what you did?
It's in 3 different pieces. I guess I'll have to find a new one.
Well, there goes the highlight. Now I can't highlight my. Jim just messed up my. Now I can't highlight any of the names here. So if I miss some names, it's blame it on Jim because he messed up the highlighter from the last play. You got a little too excited, but hey, I would too, man.
No such thing, Joe. No such thing. The Cardinals are struggling a little bit in the beginning of the second quarter. And that's an incomplete pass on first down. We'll take that. Just after the start of the second quarter in Weslaco, the Cardinals down also 14-0. So they need a spark as well to get back in that game at Weslaco.
Yeah. I'm
going to sit down and catch my breath. There's 1.2 minutes to go in the end of the first quarter here at Bogus Stadium. It's 14-7 Southhawks. Second down. And Oleg Lerma, just missed a sack. Garza's going to go long. He's got a man, and it's caught. My goodness. And that's down inside the 30-yard line. I thought for sure Jacob Garza was going to at least be able to knock that away, but it was Landon Barrera for Nikki Row, who makes a great catch adjusting to the pass, and maybe Garza just didn't see it. Nikki Row, again, running up to the line, getting started quickly, but Cash Harrell and company is going to shut that down. It's a 2-yard gain with the clock rolling to the end of the first quarter.
And that's one of those things right now that, ladies and gentlemen, that you get some momentum going, and then you have a momentum killer right there, because right now what Nikki Row did, and it was actually not bad coverage, Jim, and I think he didn't turn around quick enough, or he just didn't see the ball come because...
Well, the ball was underthrown, so it was pretty much a jump ball, and at that point, it's about athleticism, and again, I'm not convinced Jacob Garza saw the ball.
I don't think so either, but nevertheless, it's going to give him first down.
Garza hands off to Ramirez. He's trying to find room, and he is gang tackled at the 26-yard line, and that's going to bring up and Anthony Lerma in on that tackle, by the way. And, of course, if there's a tackle being made, number 6 is there, Marcus Garza. It's 3rd and 8, and it's the end of the first quarter.
Yeah. Here's the end of the first quarter. We got a good game here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I thought we were going to take a little break, but I guess not. But anyway, nevertheless, Jim.
Yeah. So they are playing the sideline highlights, so we'll go to that.
It's all video tech now.
Good evening, Hawk fans. Tonight we're celebrating the hard work and dedication of the water polo team at South. Let's meet the team.
I would say the one thing that most people don't know about our team is how much training we put in. It's a lot of hard work, and we get really tired, but in the end, we know that it'll pay off.
Let's give it up for the water polo team for representing South with pride.
Okay, back in the second quarter, we're going to figure out those quarter breaks. It's week one. Garza's back to throw. He's got a man. It's caught just outside the 20-yard line, and that's going to be short of a first down.
And it's going to be short. It's going to be fourth down, Jim, but that was a good route by Perez, Luis Perez, number 0, coming in, faking South out. Did a little quick snap, good throw, too, by Garza. And I think Nikki Row sees their offense doing well, Jim, and they're going to do it. They're going to do a 4th and 2. This is a very crucial play here for the Harlingen South defense.
They're 1 for 1 on fourth down conversions so far. The last one was a touchdown from the 2-yard line. Now it's 4th and 3. And it's going to be short. It's going to be a turnover on down. South gets the stop on defense. And, boy, I bet they're glad to get off the field. Now, let's get a long, sustained touchdown drive. What do you say?
I think they need that defense. They did a heck of a job. He had a lane open, man, but, man, it was closed very quickly. This is exactly what South need. The defense needed a good defensive stand and, get it in on break. But now, Jim, this is where the offense has got to do a sustainable drive, get some good plays on there, and give the defense a little break there.
Well, and maybe that's something of a momentum changer because, again, it's been at the line of scrimmage where Nikki Row has really made their hay. It's 1st and 10 now from the South 22-yard line. Schroyer again in the backfield by himself. We know what happened last time. It's a 5 wide receiver set once again. This time Schroyer's going to keep it. He's going to get about 4 yards on the ground, close to 5, and that's going to set up second and 5 or so. I like it on first down.
He did a good right. I think, that's one of the things that he's going to bring to the table. He's able to bring he's got an arm. We can see that. We saw that in the last series. But also he's got the legs too. So it kind of have to throw the Nicky's defense off guard here. He's going to run. He's going to pass. He's going to, So it's multiple things that he has to do and can stop.
Edwards and Ramirez both still on the sideline. 5 wide receiver set. Schroyer's looking. Now he's going to tuck it and run. There's a flag on the play. That's probably offensive holding, but we'll see what the call is.
Oh, it's going to be definitely holding. I saw that one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he pretty much tackled number 99.
I don't see holding when the Southhawks do it. So as far as I know, they're all innocent.
Innocent to proving guilty.
Or at least not guilty, yeah.
Penalty, remains second down.
So that's going to back up the Southhawks. 11:02 to go in the second quarter.
And these penalties, Jim, are just killers. They're drive killers, and you've got to overcome this, and especially when you're down by a touchdown and you're losing in the trenches right now. You've got to eliminate these things, guys. And that was a takedown that shouldn't have happened right in front of the ref.
2nd and 16. Once again, 5 wide receiver set. Schroyer alone in the backfield. He's calling the play.
Nikki Row showing blitz.
Yes, they are. We'll see if they're bluffing or if they bring it. On 2nd and 16, I might bring it. Here comes the blitz. They've got him in the backfield. Big loss.
Oh, that was number 7 that we talked about, Dante Rodriguez. Nobody touched him, Jim. Able to come in for the right-hand side. Faked that blitz and decided to come in the right-hand side. Give South a big sack. Now has them 3rd and a mile.
At least a half mile.
Yeah, maybe a half, but you're right. But the less. Now, this is where the field position thing comes in hand. If Nikki Row, Jim, stops him here, you've got to punt. You're going to get the ball somewhere around midfield. Field position is starting to become very, very important here. So South has got to get some momentum and try to get some yards in here.
3rd and 25 now from their own 6-yard line. Schroyer's looking to pass. He's getting pressure. He throws it. He is got him, and it's caught. First down, Southhawks. Yadi Cabrera.
Wow, this is exactly what they needed. I mean, hey, this is where you get your 3rd and half a mile play, Jim, and this is exactly what they did.
It was 3rd and half a mile. They got 3/4 of a mile on 3rd down. Here we go. Now we're in business.
First down, Harlingen South. 9:42 left to play in the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this, we got a little busy here. We got some good football game going here. But Jim, I like the play. I knew that was just, you just threw it up and prayed for the best, and they got it.
Absolutely.
Cabrera did who wanted the ball more, and he did.
Cabrera went and got it. That was a big man's play. Here's Edwards back in the game on first down, picks up 3.
Picks up 3 right up the middle. Edwards trying to move the ball here and trying to get some kind of running game going. Maybe, try to give the Ramirez another shot on it. You get that fumble out of your head, Jim. Sometimes you just got to go back to that same guy and hope he doesn't do it.
21-0 Weslaco Panthers over your Harlingen Cardinals. Not the score update we wanted. 9:55 to go in the first half there. Schroyer looks back to pass. He's got Ovalle. It's complete. He's pumping his legs and putting in the extra effort and gets within about a yard of the first down marker. Credit Ovalle for sticking with that play and not going down near the original line of scrimmage.
Now he kept going and going, and this is what wins right there. Now you got a 3rd and short, Jim. You got a 3rd and about a yard, a little bit over. But South right here, a crucial first down, in my opinion. Here, I think they got to make that first down, and they've got to go for it. I think if they don't get a yard or so.
And you want the first down, and they've got an extra man in the backfield, look like lining up to block for Edwards potentially. It's Ovalle. He doesn't go to either one of them. That's got to be pass interference on Cabrera. And I don't understand the no call there, Joe.
I don't either. I agree with you. He was touched before. That should have been either a penalty here. But South is going to go for it, and I like the call. I know they didn't do it in the last one, Jim, when it was a little shorter. But you've got to do this. You've got to get some confidence. You've got to build some momentum. And to me, this is the right thing to do.
Maybe I'm just an old homer, but I swear that was pass interference on the DB covering up Yadi Cabrera.
It looked a little close. A little short. I mean, a little, and I agree with you.
So 4th and 1 now from their own 49-yard line. Schroyer in the gun. He's looking back to pass. He's passing. He's not got Gavin Ramirez, who was double covered, and that's going to be a turnover on downs just this side of the 50-yard line.
Yeah, he was I don't know if I like that call. I think you should have just tried to run. He was double man, triple man coverage on that one. Though he did have a step on there, Jim, but Ramirez was coming on a slant route. But
I mean, if you could have put about 5 more yards on the pass, then maybe you could beat the coverage up over the top.
He could have, but I think what happened is Schroyer was throwing it on his backside. He's pedaling back, and that's kind of hard to do for high school, college, and even the pros sometimes. So,
and that likely is a product of the blitz that Nikki Row brought there on 4th down. So Garza for Nikki Row is going to go down behind the line of scrimmage. That pocket just collapsed.
It collapsed quickly, and that one, this is where South won in the trenches. Got some good penetration, able to get about 3-4 yard loss, Jim. Get them for 2nd and 13, 2nd and 14, and giving their defense a little bit. After the first 2 series, Jim, defense tightened down a little bit.
It seems as though they're kind of settling down at the line, aren't they? 2nd and 13. Now Nikki Row back in their own territory from their own 48. Garza drops back. It's a screen to Menchaca. He's going to be brought down by Jackson Fernandez for another big loss.
That was a great play by Jackson Fernandez, ladies and gentlemen. Give him another 3 or 4 yards. Read the screen perfect, Fernandez did, and able to get him behind the line of scrimmage. Now Nikki Row is going down to about a 3rd and 17. 15. Started, in South Territory. Now they're in their own 46-yard line, 47-yard line.
Shoes on the other foot now, huh?
So, the defense getting a little spark, Jim, getting a little bit of momentum. 3rd
and 17 now from their own 44-yard line. Garza's looking to pass. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He's got Pablo Hernandez chasing him down, and he's going to be out of bounds at the south 44-yard line, a solid 5 yards short of the first down.
And I think they're going to go for it, Jim. I think that's what they wanted to do. I don't see the special teams coming out, running around on that side. They wanted to gain those 8 to 10 yards, and I think that was a decision. If we can get 8 to 10 yards, we're going to go for it on 4th down. Maybe not. It looks like the special teams, but they're on the other side of the ball. I thought, why not?
Well, Elijah Garza is by himself.
Yeah, he's by himself
on the H.
He's waiting to see who's going to come. The special teams.
Right. Stadium in Harlingen, Texas. It's 14-7. Nikki Row. Nikki Row with the ball. It looks like they're going to punt. I'm convinced, based on their quick timeout after not liking the defense, that maybe they had a fake punt drawn up. The South defensive special teams unit doing some realignment. The snap is back, and they do punt it away. It's a shortish punt. And Gavin Ramirez fumbles the football, and it's going to be picked up.
But it touched somebody, Jim. Is that a touch?
Well, I thought it touched Gavin.
Well,
and is that a touchdown for Nikki Row?
Well, he touched it, but then I think somebody from Nikki Row. They're going to call it a touchdown, though. But man,
I never saw a touchdown signal from the referee, but that had to be what it is. It touched Gavin, and then it bounced toward Nikki Row. The Nikki Row players, one of them kicked it, and it rolled into the end zone. It was recovered, and it is a touchdown for Nikki Row. So,
wow.
Very unlucky there on the punt.
Yeah, and that really, after a great defensive stance, and then the special teams right now, Jim, and those are the killers that we talked about, the turnovers and mistakes and stuff like that. Now they're trying to get a guy in there. That's going to be offsides.
Yeah, Anthony Lerma was late getting on the field. He didn't get to his side of the ball, of the line of scrimmage, rather, before the extra point was kicked. The extra point, I believe, was good.
They're probably going to call it on, or they could go for 2, Jim, get it down at about the 1-yard line. That's another option that they get. He could take it on the field, or they could move it into the inside the 1.5. And
Offside. Defense. That penalty is declined. The result of the play.
They're just declining it.
Good.
But nevertheless, Jim, that was a heartbreaker right there, ladies and gentlemen, right there. You don't see those kind of things happening, but right now, South making some mistakes, down 21-7. 6:23 left to play in the second quarter here at Bogus Stadium. Yeah, Jim, we're seeing some good football, but at the same time, we're seeing some bad football here.
Yeah, some mistakes, and I'm not sure exactly what's going on in Weslaco. It's 21-6 Panthers over the Cardinals now, but it certainly looks like there's a Cardinal player down on the carpet inside the 10-yard line, and I say that because the polo shirts all around in that huddle are red. It's number 32 for Harlingen. He's up on his feet. There's no cart. There's no medical, so it looks like, and I don't have the new roster for the Cardinals, and so I apologize. Number 32 for the Cardinals is walking off on his own power, so it looks like he got shaken up, possibly injured, but nothing looks like too serious. So we're glad about that. Back here at Bogus Stadium, the kickoff is fielded, and it's brought up. He's hammered inside the 30-yard line at about the 28, and I'm working on the number there. It was Ezzy Cortez once again.
Now, Ezzy Cortez.
Ezzy Cortez looks like he's really going to step up his participation in offense and special teams this year. He showed flashes last year, and he's going to be one of the names we call an awful lot. Of course, he of the 62-yard touchdown catch earlier in this game. So now, 1st and 10 instead of 14-7, it's 21-7. The Southhawks have some work to do. Lots and lots of football left to go, and we hope these are some mistakes that that we can clean up. The pitch to Edwards around the right side. No, excuse me. That's Hunter Vela. Hunter Vela around the, excuse me once again, I apologize, Cameron Love. I thought it was 32, it was 22. It's Cameron Love, one of my favorite names on the South roster. We talked about great names last year. We've got some great names on the South Hawk roster. Cash Harrell is a great name.
Yeah, there's some good.
Joe Carter Nunez is a great name. And Cameron Love, a new running back on this varsity squad, a great name. It's a gain of 3, 2nd and 7 from the South Hawk 32-yard line. Schroyer's got the snap. He rolls out left. He's got a man, it looks like Alvear. Matthew Alvear with the sliding catch hangs on for a first down, a gain of about 9. And now the South Hawks, with 5.5 to go and counting in the first half, have the ball and a first down at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great catch. Got a couple of yards after that, some yak yards. South getting a first down on the first play of this opening drive, Jim, and need some momentum going. Got plenty of time. Take your time. You got, you can run, you can pass, and everything like that. So everything's good.
Matt Alvear hit a growth spurt between last year and this year. It looks like Schroyer's back to passing, and he's evading a sack. Now he's going to go down. The ball's on the carpet, and it's going to be covered up by the South Hawks. It's a big loss, but that could have been way worse. It looked like Ryan Luna, if I'm not mistaken, that finally jumped on that ball, and the South Hawks are going to be in a hole here on second down.
And this is the thing that happens quite a bit, Jim, that you get there and make a great play, and then you start going backwards again. So, and that's kind of the drive killers that we've been talking about.
There is a South Hawk on the carpet.
Injury.
And I don't see who it is because I can't make out the number. Is it Caden? It might be Caden Edwards. And that, I mean, you don't want anybody injured.
No.
But we really need him to be in the game plan if we're going to have a chance of coming back in this one. And it looks like I think it was Caden. Oh no, it's not.
No, he's up over here. Yeah.
Yeah. It was Austin Schroyer. It was Austin Schroyer on the carpet, but he just jumped up on his own power and is jogging off the field like not much happened.
Yeah. And so just got a little stinger there, and that's a good thing. You love when somebody goes down and gets upright like that. It's always a good sign.
He seems just fine.
Yeah, he seems
fine. Maybe get the wind knocked out of him, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But he's going to sit out for a play at least, so they're going to just check him out, maybe give him a little attention there.
And on the field is Frank Puente. That's Frank Puente Jr., son of former city commissioner.
Yep.
And he's your backup quarterback. We saw him warming up before the game. He looks pretty good. We talked about Matt Alvear, son of the police chief, Chief Alfredo Alvear. So now we have Puente in the backfield by himself. No, he's got Edwards back there with him, but Puente is rolling left. He's looking for a man to throw to, and he's going to be dragged down at about the 26-yard line.
That's going to be about a 5-yard loss, Jim. Right now, South is going in the opposite direction here. That's going to be third and about another half a mile. But, hey, look what happened the last time. It was third and half a mile. Yep. But nevertheless, though, they've got a long ways to go. They've got about 3. It says 20, but there's no way.
Well, they just updated it. It's third and 25.
Yeah, I was going to say that's at least 25 yards there. But South making some plays, but then kind of shooting himself in the foot there, Jim, and going backwards after key plays.
Puente's still in the game at quarterback. He's lined up, and I saw that. There's movement on the right side of the offensive line. Ryan Luna and Caden Ortiz are looking at each other. But regardless, it's going to be another 5 yards going the wrong direction. And at this point, man, you just want to get as much yardage as you can and get the big booming left-footed Giselle Ovalle to flip the field if you can, with time running out in the second quarter. So 3rd and 31 now. Puente in the backfield with Edwards. Puente looks like he's going to just take it and run, and he's going to get past the 25-yard line and not much more.
And he's taking some hits out there. It's the second good hit he's taken. This time he ran around the right-hand side, Jim, and took a good hit by number 9, Julian Nava, for the Nikki Row. It's going to bring a 4th down, and boy, it's going to be long. 4th and 31 this time. Jim, he lost another 6 yards on that one. I don't know. That's right, though.
Just under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter in Weslaco. It's Panthers 28, Cardinals 6. If that keeps going that way, I'm going to stop giving score updates.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
Here in Harlingen, Giselle Ovalle gets off a very good punt. It's over the head of the returner. It's going to bounce back inside the 30. He picks it up at the 25. He's
getting some yards,
dancing around players, and gets back. And I hope that's not a late flag. I don't see one come out. So very good field position for Nikki Row.
Yeah, and that was a good, after letting the ball hit down there, and that was a good play by Aguirre there, number 27 there, getting the play. Could have been at the 27, 28 yard line, but got it all the way down to about the 46.
Folks, tonight's game wouldn't be possible without our Bogus Stadium sponsors: LF Motors, Texas Regional Bank, Valley Baptist Health Systems, South Texas Urgent Care Center, Fast Signs, Burke Children's Dentistry, Whataburger, and Reina's Barbecue and Cocina. Thank you for fueling HCISD athletics, folks. Please support the folks that support HCISD athletics and the Hawks and the Cardinals. Garza is in the backfield. He gets hit by Cash Harrell, but the ball pops out and right in the arms of number 77 for Nikki Row, which is Derek Prunetta, the junior offensive lineman. And I saw Cash coming. It was like watching a slow motion car accident about to happen. And I mean, that ball just fell in the offensive lineman's arms.
It was.
It's the 2-minute timeout.
Oh, we have a 2-minute timeout now. I didn't know that. Must be a new rule.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a break. We'll get some commercials in and pay the bills. Come right back to the HCISD Sports Network.
Fast Signs has been powering Harlingen for years, helping businesses, schools, and our community shine. From our first shop to our second, and now opening our brand new location at 1009 South 77 Sunshine Strip. We're proud to keep signing with you.
At Reina's Barbecue, big game, big feasts. Texas-sized meals to fuel the whole family. Choose your spread. Meats, wings, sides, and more. Order now for takeout or delivery.
When an injury postpones a football game, lean on Valley Baptist Health System sports medicine physicians, orthopedic surgeons, and physical therapists. From ACL tears to arthritis, our team offers advanced surgical and non-surgical treatment options.
All right, 2 minutes to go in the first half. Nikki Row with the ball at their own 48-yard line. The Southhawks did a pretty good job kind of digging themselves out a little hole. Ovalle with another booming kick, his second of the game, but a good return puts Nikki Row right back near midfield. The pass is out to the right side, and he's hammered by Julian De Leon. About a 5 or 6 yard loss on first down.
That was a great play by Julian De Leon. Read the play right away, got it in, was able to get a key loss, now making it a long third down, Jim, and hopefully if South still has 2 of its timeouts, maybe be able to get the ball back and try to put something together here before the end of the half.
That's right. We really can't afford a first down if we want any chance of getting the ball back and utilizing those 2 timeouts. Nikki Row's going to run the ball and run the clock down. It's a good gain to bring up a third and about 4 or 5. 1:10 and counting to go. Izzy's not using a timeout as of now.
No.
It's 4th down.
And they're going to let it burn as much as possible. They're going to snap the ball with about 1 second left. 1 second left on the play clock, should I say. But nevertheless, good strategy. I'm kind of surprised they did not burn a timeout here.
Well, there's about a 34-second difference, game clock to play clock. It looks like Nikki Row is going to run it down. There's going to be about 34 seconds left on the game clock, maybe 35 when they actually call the timeout. Then they'll run a 4th down play. And then South is going to have that left to go with 2 timeouts to try to march down the field. There's the timeout, 33.1 to go. And so you figure if the play takes, 5, 6, 7 seconds, you're going to have in the neighborhood of 25 seconds to go and 2 timeouts and see what you can do with it. We haven't done much on the ground, but there's been a couple quick strikes for big yards from the South offense. So maybe we can put something together.
Well, letting the ball, they're going to get the ball with about 22, 23 seconds maybe around there, and Jim, and with 2 timeouts, not going to give them a lot of options, a lot of plays. They're going to have to fire strong downfield. Not going to be able to run the ball, I don't think, if they want to have a chance to maybe put at least 3 points down or something.
That
but
timeout was Nikki Row's final timeout of the half.
Nikki Row's final timeout of the half, but nevertheless, a punt's going to happen, and South is not going to have a return, guys. They're going to try to maybe bring it in, bring down the house, and no, there he goes back.
Yadi Cabrera is going to go back to field this punt. You certainly don't expect anything in the way of a fake punt from Nikki Row. I think they want to pin South back. The snap is high, but the kick is away. It's not a very long punt. It comes down at the 20 and bounces right over Yadi's head. Nikki Row's going to down it inside the 5. And the clock is going to stop at 21.6 seconds to go.
Yeah, and at this point, Jim, I think they're just going to do a run play, hope for the best. I don't think you want to take a chance on an air attack with maybe a chance of a fumble, interception, or anything like that. I think the best thing to do right now, get one snap to Edwards and try to regroup in the second half and try to come back with something different. Get a little bit of Weston, but they've got to do something.
Well, now, counterpoint, I haven't seen much from Nikki Row in the way of explosive air attack.
No.
And so if you throw an interception at midfield with Nikki Row having no timeouts left and the amount of time that's left on the clock, maybe that's a low-risk play. And if you can complete something down the middle of the field for chunk yardage, you've got a timeout and one more after that. As it is, you've got... Is that still Puente? No, so he's going to kneel the ball and let it go.
Yeah, he was very close. You got to make sure.
He's got to make sure he knows where. Well, it's about where the ball is and not where his feet are. But it is Frank Puente. Schwaryer looked fine coming off. I think they just decided, based on what they decided to do, to send Frankie out there and kneel on the football.
Well,
by the way, the Cardinals have just scored. It's still 28-13, but they've closed the gap just a little bit with 3:43 to go in their game in Weslaco. Here in Harlingen, it's halftime. It's not the score you're looking for, and Nikki Row's going to get the ball first in the second half. They won the toss, and they deferred. So that's what we're going to do. Joe and I are going to go get a hot dog. The drill teams are coming out. The bands are coming out. It's going to be on the stream. So stick around for that. Let's all take a breath. At halftime in Harlingen at Bogus Stadium, it's Nikki Row 21, Southhawks 7. We'll see you in about 28 minutes.
And now, a special tomahawk salute to the great students, teachers, administration, community members, band boosters, and sponsors of the Nikki Row High School Band. Thank you, Warrior Nation, for all of your outstanding support. The Rowe Band is under the direction of Bruce Brooker Key, Danny Elizondo, Cristina Gauna, Renee Reyes, and Ricky Vela. Color guard instructor is Michaela Santiago. An extra special thanks to our central administration for the continued and tireless support of our community. The Warrior Band would like to also wish the Harlingen South Hog Band the best of luck in their preparations on their contest season and preparations for Pigskin. Thank you, Hog community, and thank you, Warrior Nation, for your support and attention tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the incredible 2025-2026 award-winning Harlingen Southern Stars Drill Team. The Southern Stars are led by Director Elian Lopez and Assistant Director Donna De Leon. As the Stars take the field, they are proud to present to you the pump routine to Dancing in the Moonlight. The star of the week is Aliyah Castillo. The Southern Stars dance officers are First Lieutenant Samantha Santillana, Captain Victoria Garza, Major Eliana Groff, and you Southern Stars Colonel Kennedy Reiniger. Now enjoy the halftime show as their Southern Stars show you their star pride. Take it away, Stars!
We get it almost every night. When that moon is big and bright, it's a supernatural delight. Everybody is dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody is feeling warm and bright. It is such a fine and natural sight. Everybody is dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody is feeling warm and bright. It is such a fine and natural sight. Everybody is dancing in the moonlight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to halftime. From Hawk Nation, it is an honor to introduce the award-winning, hardest working band in the land. Put your hands together for the honor, the pride of South Harlingen, the Harlingen High School South Mighty Hawk Band! Directors for the Mighty Hawk Band: Ronnie Rios, Melanie Kulaga, Laura Benavides, Raul Liendo, Victor Garza. Guard instructor is Tony Hernandez, and student teacher Oscar Cantu. Principal is Miss Dahlia Moore, and director of music is Miss Kara Hoflinger. We are proud to announce that the Mighty Hawk Band will be joined in performance this season by the award-winning Southern Stars. Directors Elian Lopez. Welcome, Southern Stars and Hawk Nation. This show is for you. Tonight, the Mighty Hawk Band premieres a portion of their UIO Pigskin show entitled The Butterfly Effect. Drum major, is your band ready?
Okay, welcome back for the second half of Harlingen Southhawks football. They have a mountain to climb against Nikki Row. And if you're looking at your screen, you're not seeing black and just darkness. What you're seeing is the party atmosphere at Bogus Stadium. We may be down a couple scores, but if it's Friday night in Harlingen in the fall, Bogus Stadium is where you want to be. Some score updates from around the valley. Ed Couch with a 3-0 lead on Donna High. Lafayette a 14-7 over Ingleside. Brownsville Pace Hidalgo, no score showing. Brownsville Vets 7, PSJA Memorial nothing. These are pretty low scores, so I don't know if these are all totally updated. You know what? I'm going to look at that before I give all these scores because these don't look like they're all totally updated. West Guy Harlingen, that's definitely not updated. That one I can tell you with some sadness. It's 35-13 Weslaco over the Harlingen Cardinals. That's over in Weslaco. Here in Harlingen, it's Nikki Row 21, South 7, and we're seeing Nikki Row pretty much dominate the line of scrimmage on both ends, with some exceptions. And really, the difference in the score is a couple of miscues on special teams and on offense by the Southhawks. But you know, Joe, there's a lot of football left. What did you see in the first half?
Well, you know, you said it right there. There was a lot of dominance in the trenches right now from both sides. Nikki Row doing a good job. South defense actually not playing very bad. They're playing pretty good. Of course, like you said, a couple of miscues led up to 14 points. But I think what they got to do, Jim, here is the offense is try to get the running game going and try to open up some of the lanes and maybe open up some passing lanes there for Shorter to throw. But one of the things that the defense has got to do also is try to win in the trenches and try to stop some of the runs. Nikki Row is running the ball pretty well, the left and the right-hand side. But I think for South to get back of it, you take away those miscues and, you know, maybe talk about a different game. But what I think they have to do right now is literally they got to get the running game open. South right now in this defensive stand, Jim, needs a 3-and-out and get that offense on the field and start to get some momentum. I know there's still plenty of time, still 24 minutes left to play, you know, 2 quarters, but anything can happen here.
Without a doubt, the 2 costly fumbles led directly to touchdowns. That's the difference in the ballgame right now. Right. Garza with the handoff to Menchaca, and he is tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. It looked like Camilo Montoya in on that tackle. So right off the bat, a loss of a yard to start off the second half for Nikki Row.
And that's exactly what you want. Get some negative yards. If South can get away here with a 3-and-out, get the ball in decent field position, maybe about the 30-35. But the point is that they've got to establish that run, though. I think that's the key to the game, is to open up that run.
2nd and 11 now. Garza calling for the snap. It's a low snap. He picks it up. He fires it. He's got a man. He gets around the DB, and it's a first down and a little bit more for Nikki Row. So they overcome the first down loss of a yard. They gain about 13 on 2nd down for a first down.
Yeah, and then that one, he broke a tackle, ended up, it looked like it was going to be about a 3 or 4 yard gain, Jim, on that one. But what happened was that missed the tackle, led to the first down. And now Nikki Row in good field position.
Another bad snap, and Southhawks in the backfield. He's going to go down. That's a sack.
That's the second back-to-back bad snaps that we've seen, but try saying that 100 times, huh? But right now, good job on the defensive line there to get through and get credited for that sack, pushing Nikki Row back about 5 yards. Jim, in South, it's got to tighten up a little bit here. Defense right now, you know, they have been playing a good game here. Like I said, a couple of miscues that you know, and we have a different outcome. Who knows?
Jackson Fernandez and the sophomore Joe Carter Nunez in on that stop. So now it's 2nd and 14. Can the Southhawks capitalize on this 2nd and long? He fakes the handoff. Garza goes long, and it's going to be incomplete. The receiver for Nikki Row, Landon Barrera, I got to lift up my glasses to see the roster because that's what age I am.
Yeah.
Was not unable to get back to the sideline and make that catch. And so now 3rd and 14. We've had Nikki Row backed up before and let him off the hook.
Yeah, and right now they've got, if they can get no gain and try to get the ball, they'll get the ball somewhere about the 25-yard line. If if nothing happens here or no penalties or anything.
Well, we need to stop here you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, I think this is like a must right now. It's a must stop right here.
Okay, the snap on 3rd and 14. Garza's looking back at the screen. It's almost picked up by Nunez. He had some traffic in front of him. Big number 75, Jose Munoz, the offensive lineman for Nikki Row. But if he's not in the way, Joe Carter Nunez takes that back to the house.
And these are some of the things that haven't gone the way for South. You saw the fumble earlier. The quarterback sack earlier led to a fumble, but they ended up recovering it. It landed on his hands right there. That looked like it could have been a pick six. But nevertheless, though, they're going to get the ball back. Like I said, they're going to get it somewhere around the 30-yard line. But good stop of the defense here, and South is got to start coming out with something. Special teams is a key factor right here.
That is precisely what you needed out of this first drive. And it's tipped. The punt's been blocked. It bounces out of bounds at the 50-yard line. Now, they haven't been getting a lot of yardage on the punts anyway, but that was only about a 20 or so yard punt.
If that, yeah.
And the Southhawks are in business, and this is what we needed. And Joe, I mentioned it at halftime. Last year, week 1, Southhawks at Nikki Row. The score was Southhawks 16, Nikki Row nothing, with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and the Warriors were a failed 2-point conversion away from tying that game with less than a minute to go. That was a 16-point deficit. This is a 14-point deficit. Yeah. Here's Schroyer in the backfield, back in the game for the Southhawks. It's a handoff to Luke Ramirez. He holds onto the ball this time and gets back to the line of scrimmage, and I'm okay with this because that young man, just a sophomore, needs a little bit of confidence after coughing up the ball on his first touch of the ball in his varsity career.
You got to get him the ball. You got to get him going. You got to trust in him. I mean, he's a young kid. He's a sophomore. Things happen. He makes mistakes. But the thing is, so giving him the ball and trusting him all and gaining some yards is what we need right now.
Sophomore Luke Ramirez, the little brother of senior wide receiver Gavin Ramirez, and there's Luke again. He's going to get a couple on the end around, but there's a flag on the play. It's an offensive hold.
Yeah, I saw that one right away on that one, and as he was going on the right-hand side, as the side that Ramirez was running, that's where the hold occurred, and it's going to bring South back. Jim, we talked about it earlier. When South has, got the ball in great field position, and it seems, Jim, that it's either a penalty, a large sack, or something just to kill the momentum. And this is what's been going on all day here. South has gotten the ball in decent territory and just marched himself backwards, like right here, that holding call right now, 2nd and 20.
2nd and 20. I like that Easy Gonzalez is getting Luke right back into the game. Schroyer's looking long. He's got a man, and it's just outside the reach
Cabrera there.
Of Yadi Cabrera. I was having trouble with the number.
Oh, yeah, but you know what, Jim? He was open. He had a step or so on him, and Schroyer did throw a good pass. Just a little bit in front of him. Could have been a game changer, but at least they're knowing they're taking some shots downfield. And when they do that, sometimes it opens up the defense. I think what South is trying to do is establish that the running game is very important here. With the 3rd and 20, I'm sure they're going to try to take another strike downfield and try to get something here.
It looks like Ramirez and Edwards in the backfield with Schroyer on either side of him. Now it's Ramirez flanked out left, but Schroyer goes right up the middle to Yadi Cabrera, who makes the catch in traffic, takes a hit. He's back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 4th and 10, but field position-wise, that could have been worse. They made up the lost yardage, and now Ovalle is going to come in
and punt that ball now.
Well, there's Ovalle. Yeah, Ovalle's going to come in and punt. Boy, he's had some booming punts. I was going to say earlier, at the Nikki Row 43-yard line.
And that's what we're just talking about right here. The special teams play, you have him pinned deep. Guy doesn't get touched for 30 yards, Jim.
Almost 40.
Yes, and comes around the right-hand side, untouched, gives him the ball at around the 45-yard line. It could have been down. The ball was, he grabbed it at about the 3-yard line, took it all the way to the 45. Special team miscues like that, Jim, is where they've got to knit him down because it's a big big game changer in as far as possession is concerned.
I tell you what, for me, that's more frustrating than the holding call on the Ramirez run on second down just a few plays ago. So here's Nikki Row with good field position at their own 45-yard line. 8:11 to go in the third quarter. It's 21-7 Nikki Row. Garza in the shotgun, and there's movement, and that's going to come back 5 yards. I'll take it.
Yeah, that's going to give him a number 66 there.
Number 56.
And he just take a little move inside, and the referee caught him there. But yes, we'll take those 5 yards. Defense right now has got to try to come up and make a play because, Jim, right now, South offense is looking a little flat here, and they need a little spark here. And sometimes it's the defense that can get you that momentum.
Nikki Row also rotating the running backs in. This is Jimenez. He gets the handoff. He goes right up the middle, and it looks like Cash Harrell and others. Cash Harrell, Yadi Cabrera playing a little defense. And he gets just back to the original line of scrimmage. He's actually going to lose a yard. So here's 2nd and 11 now.
Yeah, that was a good play by the defense, getting it down for 4 yards gain only.
The snap to Garza, handed off once again. It's Jimenez, and he's tripped up. He's tripped up by Jacob Garza.
That was Jacob Garza running in quick. That only gaining about a yard. Defense holding their own right now, Jim. Jacob Garza right now is just flying everywhere. You see them shoot down on the edges, and kid is everywhere. So you got to give him a lot of praise on that. He is, wherever the ball's at, you're more likely going to call his name out because his eyes are just canned to where the ball is going, and he's doing a great job on defense, keeping Nikki Row right now with a 3rd and long.
If South is going to get back in this game, it's going to be because the defense kept him in this game. Bad snap once again. It's on the ground. He's scrambling. Garza in the backfield, and he forces a bad throw, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Great pursuit by Marcus Garza.
Again,
we're used to that. Yeah. We started making jokes last year about the fact that if there's a tackle, Marcus Garza's in the area.
Yeah, and he made that play. He chased down the quarterback, Jim, made him throw to avoid the sack. He just kind of threw it out of bounds, and South getting to get the ball back. But, Jim, this is, I keep saying this, every drive becomes crucial because half of the quarter's gone already. So
Just like that.
Just us talking in a couple of series, 6:55 left. The special teams has got to come up with something. Yadi's going to try to come.
Timeout.
And we got a timeout. Nikki Row. They didn't that's the second time, Jim, they called a timeout on a punt.
Yeah, they have, and I don't mind them blowing their timeouts before the end of the game. Folks, it's time for another special shout-out to our bogus stadium sponsors, Elif Motors, Texas Regional Bank, Valley Baptist Health Systems, South Texas Urgent Care Center, Fast Signs, Burke Children's Dentistry, Whataburger, and Reina's Barbecue and Cocina. And a special thanks to Reina's Barbecue and Cocina, because every time we come in, Joe, for one of these games, we have a delicious pulled pork sandwich with that great Reina's barbecue sauce.
It's the best.
And man, it's the perfect snack before the game.
And thank you.
So we appreciate that so much to Reina's and to all the sponsors that support HCISD Athletics. Folks, please support the people that support us.
Absolutely. And here we go. Now, Jim, the second time in this game that they've called a timeout on a punt. Don't understand that move, but like you said, it's a waste of timeout.
They didn't like the coverage. So the snap is back. The punt, it's not an Ovalle punt. It's going to come down and get downed just outside the 20-yard line. And that's where the Southhawks will have it to start their second drive. And, we got to get something going. The defense is keeping you in the game, Joe.
They're keeping them in the game. Like I said, those miscues earlier, you got to wipe that out. Try to get there. But, yes, you're right, Jim. The defense is keeping them in the game. Offense has got to show up. Offense has got to get. I know that the season is young, but they got to establish the run. Those guys up front are big. It's not like they got to. There's some big guys up there. Got to win in the trenches. Get Edwards and Ramirez open there so they can make some lanes.
Alvear in for blocking, but Cameron Love is going to go the other way. He's going to get it outside the 25-yard line for a gain of 4 or 5 or so.
Yeah, it's going to get about 5 yards in that one, Jim, going around the left-hand side. He had a little bit of gap, got closed down real quickly by number 27 of Nikki Row. Was able to gun him down, but nevertheless, still got some decent yards. Keep establishing the running game. I always say the running game wears down defenses. It really, really does. And if they can open up those lanes, South can get back in this game and open up some pass lanes.
I can't get over how big Alvear has gotten.
Yeah.
The snap is given to Cameron Love. He's dancing around the right side, and he's dancing up to within about a yard of the first down. That's going to bring up that was the down marker.
Yeah,
he got right back up to the line of scrimmage is what he got. So it's going to be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, it's going to be a decent, and, I like the 2 plays that they called. They're trying to run that. I get what they're trying to do. I agree with Coach Gonzalez trying to get that run establishment. I think he knows the importance of it, but they've got to get that first down, Jim, because if they punt in this situation, Nikki Row's going to get the ball in decent field position.
Yeah, we can't just be relying on Ovalle to flip the field every single time. Schroyer, has a man. It's Governor Ramirez. They're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Southhawks. And you know why I love that, Joe? Gavin Ramirez fumbled the punt that led to the 3rd touchdown, and just like Luis Orozco did last year when he dropped a surefire touchdown, he comes back with a vengeance, and we've closed the gap, and here come the Southhawks.
And that was again, I got to give that to Schroeder there, a laser sharp. Excuse me, Ramirez runs a quick slant route on the left-hand side, and this guy, I saw it right there. I said, wow. I was cutting Jim off and said, wow, this is going to be a touchdown. I saw it right away, made that quick slant route, got in. South trying to get it going here, cutting the lead down to 21 to 14.
And I'm looking down at Gavin's family. They're right here in front of the booth. They're great friends of mine and Jessica's, and we're so happy for them. They get to see Gavin and Luke play together, and that was a huge play, not just in terms of yardage, but in terms of the situation of this game. It's now 21 to 14, and that's the kind of big play that you needed. The defense kept you in it. Schroyer put it on the money. Gavin Ramirez took it to the house. There was no one near him.
No, there was no one here. And this is the second time that that Schroyer has thrown. That one was a little bit better coverage, though. But he had that slant. He had the 1 or 2 steps behind him. But the accuracy, the laser sharpness that he's throwing at him, I mean, these receivers don't have to stop, Jim. Because if you, in that situation, in that play, if he had to stop, it's a 25-yard gain. But, he threw it right on the money. Didn't have to miss a beat. Scored a touchdown. Hawks down 21-7. And, Jim, this is the kind of thing. Look at the fans. They're dancing. They're going crazy. They're getting the momentum is coming back.
You know what it reminds me of? I'm a big Astros fan. In the playoffs one year, George Springer misplayed a ball in center, went all the way to the wall, gave up a run. He comes right back in the bottom of the inning and hits it over the railroad tracks at Minute Maid Park. and atoning for that error is just what Gavin Ramirez did. And that's the kind of play I think you're going to see more of from Gavin Ramirez through his senior season.
I hope so. That's proven here. Oh, we got a fumble here.
So the kickoff is fumbled and picked up, and now he's got a seam, and he's got just Ovalle to beat, and Ovalle is not going to catch him just like that. No flags on the play, and Nikki Row gets the touchdown right back.
They just blew the energy out of the stadium, Jim. I saw that opening. They partied like the Red Sea. He came down. I said, uh-oh. When I saw that, there was nobody who was going to touch him. He went, and right now, just like that, got him a 2-possession lead right now, and he's getting 27-14, pending the extra point, Jim. But just like that, on the kickoff, and we've seen this on the special teams already of South. This is where the game can change on the special teams right there.
Well,
it has.
And throughout the game on special teams, you kind of saw that coming. The coverage hasn't been great so far, and that time, Nikki Row breaks it for a touchdown. He returned it about 95 yards.
Yeah.
The extra point is good, and we're back to a 14-point game.
No, you're right. You got it at the 5-yard line. When he was about the 20-yard line, I said, uh-oh. And I noticed that there was nobody who was going to catch this guy. This guy was just running pretty at full bleed. But, Jim, this is the thing. This is the second special team error, so to speak, that we got. So,
yeah.
But, you got to get better. You got to move on from them. But, South is still with it right now. Offense is going to come back. And maybe some of the momentum is still sticking around. And hopefully you can see Shore to Ramirez again or Cabrera or one of the guys and see if they can make a play happen. Stand up and go and try to cut this lead down.
Both of our scores were quick strikes from long yardage. Yeah. There's still 5:03 to go in the third, and there's a lot of football left. But you can't have those kinds of lapses. We haven't fumbled the ball in this half. The defense has kept us in it. So let's see what this team is made of. At this point, it's more than execution for sure. But you need these kids to let that go. Watch, just
get over it.
Let it go past them, and get back in this game and have a little grit, have a little character. They can still win this game. The defense has been handling the Nikki Row offense for the most part, and certainly in this second half.
Well, yeah, it started there. The defense has stepped up, and since the first quarter, remember, they were running at will. They've kind of tightened down a little bit. Defense has been holding them up, Jim, and you're right, getting them in the game.
The kickoff is away. The deepest kickoff they've had this game to inside the 10. It's Cameron Love, who's going to take it around the 25 and get pushed out at the 30. It's getting a little chippy down there, but these kids are playing hard. We want to keep you up to date on the Harlingen Cardinals. What I'm going to do is I'll tell you if anything significant happens. Score updates at this point, It is what it is. They're struggling. They're struggling in Weslaco. But they have some nice new uniforms through the Harlingen Cardinals, and I like them a lot. So there's that. They look good. The Southhawks are going to start once again, this time at their 30-yard line. They're again down 14. You got Alvear in the backfield, Cameron Love again in the backfield. They're flanking Austin Schroyer. The snap, the give to Cameron, and he's going to get wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. Looked like Nikki Row saw that coming. They're going to give him forward progress to about the 31.
Yeah, they saw that coming. There was a lot of guys there. Number 32, Nikki Row over there putting one of the pushes on there. But, and people, if you're watching at home, you're going, why are they running the ball? They're down 2 scores. They've got to establish that run game. It hasn't really been there, and I agree with Coach Gonzalez. He's got to try to get it. You never know. It could, anything can break and open up that passing game, because the passing game has been working a little bit too.
2nd and 9 now after the 1-yard gain for Love. Schroyer dropping back to pass. He's looking for a man. He's still looking, and he's going to go down at the 25-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 6.
Yeah.
And that's the wrong direction.
Timeout. Harlingen South.
Harlingen South with the timeout.
They're going to take a timeout. Let's take it with them on the HCISD Sports Network.
When an injury postpones a football game, lean on Valley Baptist Health System's sports medicine physicians, orthopedic surgeons, and physical therapists. From ACL tears to arthritis, our team offers advanced surgical and non-surgical treatment options.
Meet your South Texas Urgent Care Center partners, where they treat you like family. Stop by to receive the urgent care you need without the expense of an ER visit. Now located right next door.
You don't want to keep having to rely on big strike capability, but we could use another one right now. Schroyer's going to fake the handoff, drop back to pass. He's got a man. It's Alvear. It's almost picked off. A great play by the DB for Nikki Row, Nomar Aguirre, and he's one of these kids that's designated ATH, athlete, not DB, not linebacker, athlete. And those are the kids you think of a Dylan Anaya that could just pretty much do everything. He got up there, and if he hadn't, that'd have been a big first down to Matthew Alvear. As it is, it's 4th and 15, and Ovalle is going to have to try to flip the field once again.
And here, what they don't need, Jim, is the special teams to collapse on it. They need to get that ball pinned back a little further than what they are right now. And so hopefully they can get a good bounce. And because look at that, that's a good
What
boot.
a punt.
Yeah.
I'm loving these punts.
Fumble.
And it's fumbled. There's nobody around him. He picks it back up, and he's going to get taken down inside the 40-yard line by Paul Saldana. Boy, he's pushing. They're pushing the pile about 5 yards.
You know, the kid fumbled and still ended up getting 10 yards.
And it wasn't just the ball carrier. He had his teammates there pushing the pile. Cash Harrell in there, Pablo Hernandez in there, some other kids. But it's going to be decent field position for Nikki Row, and once again, the Southhawks are going to have to come up with a stop. 3:41 to go in the third. You're down 2 touchdowns. Plenty of time. You can score just like that, but
they've got to stop.
We can't be trading blows. We've got to land blows and then land more blows. The handoff to the right side, and that's great coverage, and there's Marcus Garza taking him down for a loss, and here we go. How many times have we started Nikki Row with a loss on first down?
And like I said, Garza just has a knack for the ball, and everywhere the ball is going, he's going. Great job. He's doing a heck of a job keeping the game close.
On second down, Garza back to pass. He's got a man, and that is a first down, and then a takedown by Jacob Garza, but the damage is done. The chains are going to move.
Yeah, Jacob Garza had actually pretty decent coverage. He just threw a really, really good pass. Garza did right there, and Garza was right there with him, step for step. But you cannot. There's Jim. The old saying, "There's no way you can defend a perfect pass." Sometimes,
and that one was pretty close.
Yeah, it was pretty close
by Elijah Garza, the quarterback for Nikki Row. Now first down on the south side. He drops back to pass. He's got a man behind the defense, and it's almost caught. My goodness.
Wow. I mean, he touched him, though. He touched the numbers. That was a good play. Just a tad over there. Garza overthrowing there. But and south on that side, he was running on that curl pattern route, should I say, just a little bit less, Jim, and that's a big play.
Josue Lopez with good coverage. It's second down and 10 now. The handoff. And a short game.
No, I thought I saw the ball loose.
It might have been wishful thinking. Joe Carter Nunez out there on the stop, but it's going to be third and medium-ish.
Medium-ish it is.
Medium.
So right now, there's another thing, but South. In order for Nikki Row not to go for it, in my opinion, South is going to have to get some kind of a loss of yards here on this play. Otherwise, I think, Jim, they're going to go for it. They're already down and deep in territory. Defensive Nikki Row playing well against the offensive side of South.
Score update in Weslaco, still going the wrong direction. Garza passes to the left side. It's incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th and 4. And you expect a punt, but, you never know because Garza, the quarterback, is also Garza, the punter. And, you got to think Coach Jamar Taylor is going to be tempted to go for it here at the Southhawks 37-yard line. But no, they're going to go ahead and punt it away and pin Yadi Cabrera and the Southhawks deep in their own end with less than 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, he's going to kind of do a little pooch kick and try to get it down. And hopefully what their plan is to get a good bounce and get him inside the 10-yard line. And see what goes on here. And
it's a bad snap. It's over his head. Here comes the defense, and it's going to be Southhawk ball in the Nikki Row end. I'll take that, Joe.
I'll take that too, Jim. And right now, this is what the special teams needed to do, was stand and play well. Nikki Row's having some trouble here with their center and it's been low, it's been high, it's been right, it's been left. But nevertheless, Southhawks get the ball. Instead of getting pinned down at the 10 or 15-yard line, they're at Nikki Row's 46-yard line. And you got to get something here, Jim. I've been saying it, every drive matters. It matters now.
You're talking potentially a 40 to 50-yard swing just on that one play.
Absolutely.
Now it's first down Southhawks at the Nikki Row 46. Ovalle in motion. Schroyer gives to Edwards. Edwards is going to get dragged down after a gain of almost 2.
Yeah, he gained about 2 yards, left and around the left side. Edwards hasn't really tried to get any lanes. Nikki Row's defense has done a heck of a job by shutting them down. But, I mean, you know, you got to keep giving them, grinding. And, you know, Jim, you know, when you keep doing it, eventually that hole's going to open up, and you're going to get a big play from him. You know, that's what they're banking on.
Schroyer, the handoff to Edwards. He's bouncing outside. He's looking for some room. He's going to get taken down at the 38-yard line. 3rd and 2 now.
3rd and 2 is going to give him a little bit better situation. Great job. This is when you see the Jets going around. If you look at around how he ran to the right-hand side, you see Edwards just really turning on the Jets and actually getting it down to about a 3rd and 2 with less than a minute left to play in the 3rd quarter. Jim, this is getting close to the very 4th quarter country. They got to get this first down.
Yeah, absolutely, Joe. All right, 3rd and 2. 40 seconds to go. And Edwards has it. He's not going to have a first down. The forward progress did not get him to the yard marker. He's less than a yard short.
He's going to be about a half a yard shy, yes.
And they're going to be able to talk about this. If they want to take it to the 4th quarter, they can. Cameron Love's going to replace Edwards on the field.
I think you got to go for it, Jim. We're going into the 4th quarter. You got to make that decision. The good news is they don't have to burn the timeout.
Yep, they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it right now.
They're going to try to set him up first offsides. I don't think they'll take the snap on this.
Well, there is movement. Schroyer's pass out to Gavin Ramirez.
Oh, he dropped it.
He dropped it. Okay. Oh, it was Yadi Cabrera. I saw the 7 and not the 1.
Yeah, that was Yadi Cabrera. I don't know. I think they should have waited and see Jim talking it over. They're going to let the time. I thought that's what they're going to do. I really thought they were going to try and draw him outside, let the clock run off, the play clock run off, the quarter run off, talk about it, and then come back with the play. Instead, try to catch him off guard, and this time it didn't work for them.
You know, in any case, and obviously it's easy to second guess, Coach Gonzalez has great faith in his defense, and it's been warranted so far. And, you know, you can say they should have done this and they should have done that. As it is, it's first down, Nikki Row. This will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. And it's the fake handoff. He goes deep. He's got a man. He's wide open.
Touchdown.
And it's a touchdown for Nikki Row.
Yeah, he was wide open, Jim. He did a slant pattern. Nikki Row just like that. South goes out in 4th down, loses the ball on downs. Nikki Row comes back with 2.8 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. And Jim, just like that, takes a strike downfield and scores and makes it 34-14. That, my friends, right there is what you call a momentum changer, and South fans right now are just baffled, and they're quiet down there, and I would be too. Wow, what a turn of events.
Well, and that's the offensive quick strike from Nikki Row that you hadn't seen so far, and that's the thing we've prevented. That's what's given Coach Gonzalez faith in the defense enough to go for it on 4th and 1, and it just didn't go that way.
Yeah, at that particular time, and just the turnaround, like I said, going from 4th down and 4th and a half a yard, not making it, and then 2.8 seconds, Nikki Row takes a strike.
So we're going to go to the sideline highlights, and we'll come back for the 4th quarter.
From the classroom to the field, the Lady Hawks volleyball team put in the work to make us proud. Let's hear from them.
I would say our summer team kickoff, because we got to know each other as people and not just players, and we're closer together because of it. Go Hawks!
Yeah! Thanks to the Lady Hawks volleyball team for all you do. Keep up the great work.
Okay, back here for the 4th quarter at Bogus Stadium. There's a game going on Wesco, but, you know, there's a game going on Wesco. That's the best I can say about that. It's 35-14. Rowe just hit a long pass for a touchdown after South went for it on 4th and 1. I think it was a good gamble. I think we all wanted them to go for it. We trust in this defense. They've played really well, and you just got hammered by that long touchdown pass. So the ball is on the carpet. Cameron Love is able to pick it up before barreling into some Nikki Row Warriors. special teamers, and it's going to be Southpaw at the 32. Now it's a 21-point deficit, and now, you would have loved for them to have established the run game before now, but it's time to keep. They've been throwing the ball. You got to keep going.
It's not going to happen now, Jim. They're going to have to start doing air attacks if they want any chance to try to come back. I mean, we've seen weirder things happen here. So
you know what we need? We need an LF Motors drive of the game.
That's what we need.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
And then we need two more.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go. Schroyer with the ball. He passes out. That's Joaquin Cisneros, and he makes a move and gets up for a first down outside the 45-yard line.
Good pick and move. Stops the clock, moves the chains. 11:46 left to play. Because they need all the time right now, and they've got to. At one point you got to take another quick strike, Jim, and try to get back into it. You don't want to have these 5-6 minute drives. No, not right now. This is what you want to stick.
We don't have time for that. Yeah, Joe. So first down now on the South Hawk 47. Schroyer back to pass again, and he overthrows Gavin Ramirez.
Yeah, he threw number 7.
Ramirez is tall. He's not that tall.
Yeah, and now getting down to 2nd and 10. South is played a little conservative, doing out routes.
For injury.
Oh, we got an injury timeout.
And that's a Nikki Row player down on the far side of the field. It doesn't look too serious, but we can't really see. So hopefully he is okay.
Oh, he's up.
And maybe it's cramps. You said before the game started there's going to be some cramping up today. When I got in the car to come to the stadium today,
I got a cramp just coming up the stadium.
Well, you're just old.
Yeah,
that's the problem with that. You get cramps and I can't see.
Yeah, but I can't see either. But
I got in the car to come out here, and the little thermometer reading on my dashboard said 100 degrees, and that's not unusual for Harlingen in late August. But I mean, I'm heading to a football game. The first thing I thought is, my goodness, these kids are going to be playing on this artificial turf, and it's going to be muggy and hot. But they're 16, 17 years old. They can take it.
They can take it.
I'm going to stay up here with you in the air conditioning.
Oh yeah. Oh, nevertheless, Jim, we got 11:40 left to play in the fourth quarter. Left to play in the game. South down by 3 touchdowns, 3 scores. Jim, they've got to make a strike right here. They got to do something.
It's crunch time. 11:40 to go in the game. 2nd and 10. Schroyer's rolling left, looking for a man. He's going to tuck it and run. He's going to get out of bounds at the 49-yard line of South, a 2-yard gain. And maybe the best I can say about that is he didn't go backwards, and he got out of bounds and stopped the clock. Both teams have used a timeout now, Joe, in this half. So Nikki Row with 2 timeouts, South with 2 timeouts. So those could be critical if South can get back in this ball game.
Well, I mean, earlier in the second quarter, I guess this is a new rule that UIL pointed in there, because I could have sworn they had a 2-minute warning timeout, and they didn't have that before. So, I mean, maybe they're counting on that. So we'll see.
Schroyer out the pass. It's almost intercepted. It looked like it was intended for Ezzy Cortez. It wasn't a great. It was either wide of Cortez or way short of Cabrera. And now another injury timeout, and I'm looking for a man on the carpet. There he is, a linebacker or a lineman for Nikki Row, and he looks like he's cramping up. They're stretching him out.
Bring out the pickle juice.
I'm gonna get this in. I like to try to read these Heart of HCISD posts, and here's one from late last year. His name was Carlos. He gave me this wind-up music box decoration on the first day of school. That was more than 30 years ago, but even now, every first day of school, I always play it. This is my 38th year as an educator, and I have only taught pre-K and kinder. That is my passion. I enjoy working with the little ones. From the beginning, I knew, let me start that over. From the beginning, I want to know about the child. I ask parents, tell me more about your child. I want to know their likes, their dislikes, their favorite characters, even any fears or allergies. Then, from there, I can say, oh, this is going to help me when I'm teaching a certain lesson, or incorporate it as I am doing reading or math. I'm very passionate about our dual language program. It's about partners. Even in kinder, they have their partners. They make plans. They have to decide how they're going to make an activity work. I really enjoy that part and the cooperation and problem solving that comes into play. I love how eventually they all become teachers, whether it's one student teaching another how to swing on a swing, how to bounce a ball, or how to work with sight words. Whatever it is, all of a sudden they are a teacher and they get really excited about it. And them being teachers to each other, wow, it's powerful. Mary Estelle De Silos, Kinder dual language teacher. Schroyer back to pass. He's looking long. He's throwing into double coverage, but it's caught by Yanni Cabrera. He's inside the 20-yard line. He gets away. He's a touchdown. Southhawks, here we go.
And just like that, we're talking about the big plays, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Yanni Cabrera with a nice. Actually, this benefited him, having the pass a little short there.
Yes.
That actually did benefit them, and able to catch the other guys of Nikki Row, overran it, ran around, got into the score. Harlingen South right now down 35-20, pending the extra point. Jim down with 2 possessions with 11-14. Now push the pressure on the defense to make that defensive stop and not get those quick strikes, because as it seems like that South is trying to get closer, then Nikki Row comes back. So defense has really got to step in and they're up, and it's good. Makes it down 35-21. 11-14 left to play in the game. South hanging around.
And Joe, if we're going to get back in this game, that will have been a key play and a key drive. And I told you what we needed before the drive started, and we got it. You know what we got? We got an LF Motors drive of the game. LF Motors supports HCISD athletics, and Austin Schroyer and Yanni Cabrera came through and rewarded that support with a touchdown to bring us once again back. We're still down 14, but we know we're not out of this game with our ability to score like lightning.
I know, and like you said, we need 2 more LF Motor drives right now, Jim. We do need it more, but right here, you're right, and this is that. You see the quick capability 3 times. South has struck quickly, and that shows you they can do it. You think, well, one time is lucky, twice is not. Third?
And Nikki Row's not going to be able to key in on one guy, because it hasn't been one guy. It's not Dylan Anaya scoring every touchdown. It's Ezzy Cortez, it's Gavin Ramirez, and it's Yanni Cabrera. 3 seniors, and I told you, this is a senior-laden offense, particularly at the skill positions, and they're going to have to bring us back along with senior Austin Schroyer. So now, okay, deep breath. Remember, it was 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter last year at Nikki Row. We were up 16, and they were a 2-point conversion away from tying the ball game. We're only down 14. Now, special teams starting. It's an onside kick. It's fielded by Nikki Row. So Coach Gonzalez takes a gamble. The result is Nikki Row getting the ball at the 49. But you know what? The last time it was returned for a touchdown.
Well, they were trying to catch him off guard. Exactly what they did. Nikki Row did not have their hands team on there. They had their regular team, and I like the call. I like the guts. It didn't work on his favor, but I like the call. Not seeing the hands team on their gym, they ended up trying it. Hey, it's a 50-50 shot.
You got to. And, gosh, you hate to blame the bounce of the ball, but I'm reminded of Cash Harrell coming around in the second quarter and coming up behind Garza, the quarterback, punching the ball out, and it lands in a Nikki Row offensive lineman's hands.
Yeah, that
was unlucky. This was a little unlucky, but as it is, it's 1st and 10 for Nikki Row at their own 49-yard line. Good field position, but this defense has been playing really well. Garza's got the snap. He hands it off to Menchaca. He's trying to evade tacklers, and he does not do it. He's caught in the backfield for a loss of 3 or 4. Julian De Leon is there. Anthony Lerma is there. And, that Garza kid.
That Garza kid's
That Garza kid, number 6. I like him. Watch out for that Marcus Garza kid.
Yeah, he's everywhere, Jim. He's everywhere around the ball, keeping the game obtainable right now, and to see if they can make a big play.
Okay, Garza back to pass. It's caught. You got to bring him down. It is a first down, and he was a step and a half away from breaking that for a touchdown.
Yeah, Garza's been throwing some. That's a quick slant route for number 6, Anthony Hernandez there, and Jim, he's throwing some laser pass. As Schroyer is doing the same thing, but they're trying to get the ball. They're going to try to run the ball here in 1st and 2nd, try to kill some of that clock. There we go.
Garza hands it off. Defense shuts it down after a gain of 2.
And that's exactly, I've seen what they're doing right now, Jim. First and second, they're trying to run the ball, trying to kill as much clock, keeping that momentum, that clock going, and then trying to do a quick slant, a quick route to get the first down. And it's so far that strategy is working at the moment.
Indeed, Joe. And that's all I have to say about that.
It's all I have to say about that.
9:41 and counting in the game. It's 2nd down and 8 now. Fakes the handoff. Garza looks deep. He's going deep. He's going for the home run, and it's overthrown. And don't catch a flag.
No, that was Landon Barrera there for the attempted pass.
Yeah.
Garza just threw it a little bit outside there. I was surprised that we're going to take a strike downfield, Jim. I really thought with under 10 minutes, and let's keep burning, because they're getting 2-3 yards every single time they run the ball around with Mcallen to the left and to the right. So I was a little surprised in that call.
I think Coach Taylor sees how well this South defense is playing, and I think they know they need another touchdown. There's no way Coach Taylor feels like they've got this one yet.
Oh, no.
It's 3rd and 8. Clock stopped at 9:29. Now it rolls again. Garza throws out to the right. It's caught. It is short of a first down by about 2 yards, and that brings up
Fourth
down.
And I think they're going to go for it, Jim. I do believe on this situation, I think they're going to, and they may talk it over, but the offense is staying on. This is a big stop right here, Jim. Harlingen South needs this stop right here in order for them to come back in the game, because the clock is burning down.
You can say that again.
The clock is burning down.
Thank you very much. 4th and 2 now. Big play for the South defense. He's coming back to pass. It is complete. It is a first down, and it is inbounds, and the clock will run. That's not what you wanted.
No, that was a great a hitch route there from Anthony Hernandez. Oh, that's going to add 15 yards, Jim.
No, half the distance from the end of the run.
Hit him low.
Yeah.
Hit him low. And it's not, I mean, it's not done intentionally. Sometimes you just, tripping coming down. I might make, but nevertheless, that really hurts. The momentum of the shift right now. It's shifting. It's 8:40. The clock is winding, and now Nikki Row is going to strike again, trying to strike again. At least at field goal range.
Yeah, the Southhawks defense needs a big play. Garza's got it. He hands it off. He's got a big hole. He exploits that hole, and he gets down to just about the 5 or 6 yard line. Some Southhawk, I think the ball did come out. I think it was well after he was down.
Yeah, I think he was. The ref counted him down, and nevertheless, Nikki Row got 26. That was a pretty good run there by Jesse Jimenez there, number 26 of Nikki Row. Right now, Jim, they have in control 8 minutes to play, and they're just going to try to burn as much clock out.
Nikki Row can get a first down without scoring. It is 2nd and 5 now. The handoff, Cash Harrell takes him down with some others, including Marcus Garza. It's a short gain. It's going to be 3rd and 3, I think.
And what they're doing is running on 1st and 2nd, Jim, trying to get those. Now we're down under 7 and a half to go, and they're taking their time, and they're in field goal. They're in control right now, Jim.
It sure seems that way. Garza hands off, and the runner is brought down. It looks short of the first down marker. It's 4th down again.
It's going to be a little short, about a yard short.
And now,
Jim, you're up by 2 with 7 to go. You're going to go for it.
And going for it, I think, gives us a chance to make a play. Of course, it could put the game out of reach if they score.
But it gives you a chance to stop, too.
But a field goal puts them up 3 scores. That's a touchdown.
He went in there without being touched. Nevertheless, Nikki Row scores a touchdown. That was a good run there by number 35 of Nikki Row. Nevertheless, Nikki Row up 41-21. Under 7 minutes left to play, Jim, on this 4th quarter. South defense has been playing well, but they've given up some big plays right now, and I think it's going to be tough to try to come back from 3 scores with under 7 minutes left to play.
Tough night for the Cardinals. Tough night for the South Hawks. Some bright spots, and this game looks a whole lot different than South Hawks Warriors from last year.
Big improvement for the Warriors, though.
Now, regardless of the score, regardless of the result of the game, we have so many community leaders and supporters in the community that help make what you're looking at possible, and we'd be remiss if we didn't thank them on the air and ask you to support the people that support HCISD athletics. LF Motors, Texas Regional Bank, Valley Baptist Health Systems, South Texas Urgent Care Center, Fast Signs, Burke Children's Dentistry, Whataburger, and the people that give us our yummy pulled pork sandwiches before every game. Thank you to Reina's Barbecue and Cocina.
And they really are
If
good,
you're hungry, go to, what needs to be said about Whataburger? They're the classic Texas burger joint. Come on now. Reina's Barbecue hasn't been there very long, but ever since they've been there, I live pretty close to there. Man, that place is great. You need some health care, go to South Texas Urgent Care Center. We hope you don't need it, but they're there for you whenever you do. Burke Children's Dentistry, they'll take care of your kid, and your kid won't even mind going to the dentist. How about that? I always didn't like it much, but I know Burke Children's Dentistry really goes out of their way to make sure kids are comfortable and happy. You need a car? LF Motors. That's it. That's easy. That's where you go. They're from here. They're for here. Texas Regional Bank, open up a checking account, get a loan. They're from here. They're for here. They support this community. Fast Signs, if you need a sign, they're fast. Well, what more can you say about that? So, folks, please
Name says it all.
Help us support HCISD athletics by supporting the people that support HCISD athletics. It's a community endeavor, and that's the way it's done. It's 42-21 Rowe. Schroyer going long. He's got Cabrera, and Cabrera is not able to turn and make the play. Covered up very well by Sebastian Islas of Nikki Row. The throw was pretty good. But that would have been a really difficult catch to make.
And he was shaking up down in that field right there. He took a slide. I saw Gonzalez telling him, no, come out. He got up a little slow. Hope everything's all right. They're going to check him out there, but Yadi over there just maybe a little awkward fall there.
Well, I've seen Yadi play both sides of the ball here. Here's a pass complete to Ovalle. You want to talk about somebody playing both sides of the ball. Ovalle kicking off, punting. I've seen him on defense, and there he is on offense. Yadi Cabrera playing both sides of the ball. He's been working really hard today.
Yeah, and they've been, it's the first game, Jim. They haven't had this kind of contact or kind of, they had scrimmages, yes, but this is a lot different than the scrimmage stuff.
3rd and 5. The pass is complete to Ramirez for a first down. He went down at the 40, but the forward progress was at the 42, so that's going to move the chains.
Giving a first down, South right now. They're going no huddle, Jim. They're going to try to catch the Nikki Row off guard and see if it works there, but they're going no huddle right now.
We need another LF Motors drive of the game, Joe.
We need 3 more.
Schroyer looking back to pass. He's once again got Ramirez. Ramirez turns the corner, gets another first down, a gain of 15 or 16, and that'll move the chains once again. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Gavin Ramirez is going to be one of the leading receivers of this Southhawks team this year. You saw flashes last year. He's a senior this year, and he's looking great.
Yeah, I truly believe that too, Jim. He's running some really nice routes, and Schroyer doing some nice passes right there down the middle.
Schroyer back to Cortez. He's got it in the middle of the field. He's still up. He's inside the 20-yard line, brought down at the 22.
Good play by Cortez. Hey, he's not the biggest guy out there, but he's got a lot of heart, and the kid is just, hey, man, he's trying to get it in. And right now, South going with the no huddle, going around the 5-minute mark, Jim. They trying to get a score. You know what's going to happen next. Onside kick and see what happens here.
Ezzie and the Southhawks moving quickly. Schroyer back to pass. He's looking. He's got a man. He throws behind Ramirez. Boy, if he leads Ramirez, that's another touchdown. Would have been his second of the game.
That would have been his second of the game, but he got a little pressure by number 22 coming around the edge and probably felt the footsteps coming. He's like, man, he had to release it. He didn't want to take a sack down there. Schroyer didn't. Good job. I know it wasn't the best pass, but he had to release it and avoid taking that possible sack there.
The clock is stopped at 5:02 South, still with 2 timeouts remaining, down 3 touchdowns. Schroyer back to pass. He's got Cisneros, and he's hit immediately, and and it looked like Joaquin may have heard those footsteps coming. In any case, it's incomplete. Clock stopped at 4:57. It's now third down.
Yeah, it's going to be now. It's going to be third down. I mean, you got to go for it here, and if they don't make it here, Jim, I mean, there's no doubt about it. Field goal doesn't help. We're under 5 minutes. We're in the fourth quarter right now. We're down 3 scores. South needs a quick hit and a couple of onsides.
Yeah, there's no more punts and no field goals. We need touchdowns. Schroyer trying to get one, but he throws to nobody.
Somebody missed the route. That was completely nobody was in the area. The closest guy was one of the Warrior defenders there.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, brings down a 4th down and 10. This is it, Jim. You want to say it's the ball game because if they don't score here, it's going to be tough to come back. So this is a must score. You got to get a couple of onsides after this.
It looked like maybe a cross up on a route with Ovalle. Okay, 4th down and 10. And that is going to be a touchdown. Gavin Ramirez, number 2 on the day.
That's his 2nd touchdown, ladies and gentlemen, coming in. Doing a quick slant route coming in. I saw that opening, and Sawyer saw that opening and able to get it in. South, still alive, Jim. Still alive. And, the only problem is now that Nikki Row knows that the onside's coming. So they're going to put their hands. Yeah, they're going to put the hands team. But like you said earlier, it's just the bounce. They could take that good bounce. They can receive the ball. Hey, I love the never give up attitude, though. I mean, they're not giving up. They're keeping shot. They got a lot of heart, and they're fighting. And they're fighting, and they're not, they're 42-28 now.
Hey, this team is led by Izzy Gonzalez, and Izzy Gonzalez is a disciple of Manny Gomez. And that's all you really need to know about the character of that coach, this coaching staff, and this football program. Cardinals will run through a brick wall for Manny Gomez. Southhawks will run through a brick wall for Israel Gonzalez. So now 4:45 to go. And, yeah, I think you're right, Joe. I think you got to, flip a coin and see what you can do with an onside kick. The ball has bounced the wrong way a few times.
Maybe they'll go this way. They'll get the right way, get the right bounce, and get the ball back. I mean, there's still time for 2 possessions. And, but the important thing is the onside kick. Because you fail that onside kick, Jim, Nikki Row is going to take their time, and they're going to run, and they're going to try to kill the clock as much as they can. 3 or 4 first downs, game might be out. Might be over. So here we go. This, ladies and gentlemen, this could be the game right here. Harlingen South getting ready to attempt. Nikki Row has changed they're putting their CBs and the wide receivers, what they call the hands team. Mm-hmm. A couple of tight ends in there, and they're expecting the outside, and South is going to do it.
And Nikki Row's going to call a timeout and talk about it.
This is their 2nd charge timeout of the half.
Their 2nd charge timeout, Jim. And, I mean, they have to think about it because this is important. If South does recover, ladies and gentlemen, if they recover, they're back in the game.
Now, if Nikki Row recovers, of course, you're going to have to rely on 2 timeouts and get a 3 and out. If you can do that, you can probably get the ball back with close to 3 minutes left. Then you got to score quick. Then you need an onside kick because you won't have any timeouts left. And then you'll have to score one more time.
The onside kicks are really hard. It's got to go beyond 10 yards, and it's just and especially like in the NFL level, it made it more harder for the kicking team to actually get it here.
So, don't forget, next week, Bird Bowl 33 right here at Bogus Stadium. It's the Harlingen Cardinals at your Harlingen South Hawks. And Joe and I will be here to bring you the action on YouTube. Here's the onside kick, and it's going to be recovered by the South Hawks. South Hawks football.
They're going to give them the 10 yards.
Did they touch it before 10 yards?
I think they're going to call the flag. Let's see. They touched it at the 49, Jim. Where did they kick off from? The 40?
The 40.
So that's not 10 yards, Jim, according to the ref. He's pointing that it got touched at the 49 3/4.
I haven't seen... I mean, that's where they're marking it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a signal.
That was close, Jim.
The fans don't like it.
Can we get
the ruling on the field is we had illegal touch on the kicking team. It'll belong to Nikki Row at the spot of the illegal touch. First down.
That was close, Jim. That was close.
It only took me to the fourth quarter of the first game to almost let out a swear word on the air. I didn't do it. That one, look where that ball is.
Look how close it is.
Oh, my goodness.
How they saw that, Jim, is amazing. How I thought, yes, it was close, ladies and gentlemen. It was close. But I did think that it went past the 10. That's me. I'm not a ref. But nevertheless, Nikki Row got the ball here in the fourth quarter. 4:45 left to play in the game. We got a South player down right now, getting up.
Eddie Gonzalez was coming on the field, and it looked like he twisted his ankle just running out to join the defensive formation. I mean, how unlucky can you get in one ball game?
Oh, I know.
My goodness.
Eddie's seeing a good little limp there, and looks like an ankle.
Well, I hope he's
putting pressure on it.
He's okay. Marcus Garza comes back on the field to take his place.
Wow. And here we go with the run here by number 23 for the Nikki Row Warriors. Getting no gain, Jim. But the most important thing, the clock is running.
Coach Gonzalez is going to hold on to his timeouts for now.
He's going to see if they're going to hold to a third and long, and because you said, Jim, if they get 3 and out, I mean, there's still some chances. I mean, it's not over.
And Joe, Marcus Garza is off the field, and he is not 100%. He was hobbling a little bit.
That's not
Roger
good.
Mesa coming in and relieving him. It's 2nd and 10. The clock rolls to 4 minutes. The handoff, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 3rd and 11.
That was
and now
case.
South is going to call their second timeout of the first half with 3:56 to go in the fourth quarter. So, with 3:56 to go, South calling their second timeout. They have 1 left.
They're 1 left, Jim, and they got to use it wisely because they're going to knock about 40 seconds here. They're not.
Well, you're going to have to use your last timeout after the 3rd down play, unless Nikki Row does the unthinkable and throws the ball incomplete or goes out of bounds. And they've done the former already, where you think, well, they're going to run the clock, but instead they threw the ball and stopped the clock for South. I mean, we'll take that if they want to gift us a clock stoppage. On 3rd and 11, I have a hard time thinking Coach Jamar Taylor is gonna put the ball in the air.
Absolutely not. That's almost the biggest no-no you do. Right now, it's all about time management, all about time control. You want him to burn a timeout, and you make it. You run it. Whether you take a yard loss, whether you take a 1 yard gain, the point is you're going to make them waste their timeouts, and that's what you do right now. There's going to be a running play. Jim, I'd be super shocked right now if I see a pass play. I really would.
Ditto. 3rd and 11. 3:56 to go. The clock will start on the snap. Garza in the shotgun. The snap, he's dropping back to pass. He's going long. It's going to be incomplete. There is a...
Yeah, that's a hold. He pulled his shirt.
And I don't think it was necessary because I think that ball was going to be overthrown no matter what.
Well, the referee on the backside, Jim, looked like he wanted to go, but the back one ended up throwing. The guy with the football right now, if you see him, ladies and gentlemen, that guy, if he's on your monitor, he was reaching for it, but then I think he said it's overthrown.
Well, and Coach Gonzalez is trying to plead his case that the ball was uncatchable, and that wasn't it. I don't think it was
15-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Yeah, it wasn't a hold. It was a pass interference, which means that the ball is not catchable. But here's the thing. I don't know. I don't think you can pick up that flag. I think it was close enough. And given the nature of the interference alleged, I think that the amount that it was overthrown is kind of undermined. And I don't like it, but I think it's probably a good call. My goodness.
And now you know that these guys are going to run, and they're going to run. And if they get a first down, Jim, it's pretty much a done deal.
I can't believe they threw the ball.
I
can't believe they threw the ball, and I do not believe they would. While I think the interference call was proper, I still don't think that I think that ball was still overthrown.
It was overthrown.
And the clock would have been stopped. It would have been 4th down, and they'd have punted, and we'd have still had a timeout.
The side judge that was closest to the play looked like he was going to pick up his flag. Then he decides not to do it. But the backfield judge, he's the one that just threw it out. He's like, no, this is interference. Well, when the cheerleaders hit down the floor, it's a little dangerous out there too.
Yeah. Everybody's putting it out there. The cheerleaders, the football players, the coaching staff, everybody's putting it on the line here in week 1 at Boga Stadium. I'm still sore about that onside kick.
Yeah.
It was such a beautifully constructed and executed play. I really thought they had it. And I mean, they were inches short. Inches short.
If, and look how the game changed with that, Jim. They don't lose the onside kick. Then you stop them for a 4th down.
Yep.
And a 3rd down, should I say. And they take a pass, get the interference call. I mean, it just seems like it just... I don't know, but nevertheless, this is the last time out. 3:41 left to play in the 4th quarter. Nikki Row get a 1st down, the game's over. So they're going to run the ball 3 more times.
South has used their last timeout. They cannot stop the clock again.
Maybe not.
And Nikki Row's going to throw again. This one's caught. He was wide open, and that is going to be close to a touchdown. And he's going to be just short, down at the 1-yard line.
Wow. What a play call. What a gutsy call, too.
I mean.
I love the play calling. I know I'm not a fan of Nikki Row's, guys, but you got to admit, these are some great play calls, even though whether you're a fan or not, that took some guts. A lot of guts.
This is the first head coaching gig and the first game in the head coaching career of former Mission A&M New York Giants star Jamar Taylor, and he has shown that he is scared of nothing.
No, absolutely nothing. And right now, I don't know if it was Menchaca or not, but he takes it down, gets about a half-yard line. Nevertheless, though, no gain. It was a no gain, and but the clock is running. They're down at the 1-yard line, Jim. They're taking their time. There's 24 seconds left to play in the play clock, and they're going to take it down all the way in.
The clock will stop at the 2-minute. And but other than that, South cannot stop the clock.
No, they can't stop the clock other than 2 minutes. This is going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning or a touchdown.
And they are going to milk that play clock for all it's worth, and that's a touchdown for Nikki Row.
Yeah, and that's it. Touchdown, Nikki Row. That was number 26. That was, let me give him credit to Jose Jimenez, getting down, scoring for Nikki Row, putting it down pretty much away from the Harlingen South Hawks, 48-28, pending the extra point. Jim, we saw some good things here. We saw a couple of mistakes in the special teams, a couple of bad miscues that led to touchdowns. Nevertheless, South hung around, fought to the end.
Yep.
But they've got to tighten down on some of the penalties and some of the miscues, and that's going to happen with Coach. I know it's going to happen, but the main thing is that they played hard, and they just never give up. No, they just kept fighting.
The story of this game is miscues. They, with the exception of early on in the game when Nikki Row clearly was dominating the line of scrimmage. Since then, you haven't been overpowered. You haven't been necessarily dominated. You've shown multiple big strike plays. You had a long touchdown pass to Ezzy Cortez. You had a long touchdown pass and another great long 4th down play from deep within your own end to Yadi Cabrera. You had Gavin Ramirez atoning for his punt fumble that was recovered for a touchdown, with 2 receiving touchdowns of his own when South desperately needed it. So, this one is not going to feel good, but
yeah,
I don't think you should come away with this thinking we got dominated. The score looks pretty ugly, but I don't think the score tells the whole story of the game.
No, it definitely does. Special team miscues, just, a couple fumbles, a couple of, even the sack that didn't go your way, a fumble sack that South, it's just, hey, you learn from this one, and the South, they didn't play bad, and just a couple of things just didn't go their way.
And the kickoff is returned to the 31.
and that's going to get South one of the down by 3 scores.
What do you say, Joe? Do we have 3 more LF Motors drives of the game in us? In 2:25 and no timeouts?
I'd love to see that. I could just tell you, I'd love to see that. Will it happen? Probably not.
I'm going to go to bed irritated about that onside kick.
No,
that one's going to bother me.
An inch.
Golly. Okay. First down, Schroyer rolling right. He's got Ramirez, great catch on the sideline, close to a first down, but more importantly, out of bounds. That only took 6 seconds.
Only took 6 seconds. He did a heck of a curl route there. I think, honestly, with, Schroyer and Ramirez, I think you're going to see that connection. I think they're going to work more in practicing and try to get that, because their timing is down really good.
And I'll tell you, I think Gavin Ramirez is primed to have a breakout season. That's offensive holding, and that's called. So that first down play is going to come back. That was pretty obvious.
Yeah, that's going to come back. That's going to – and see, these are some of the miscues that the guys are moving the chains. The refs goes, no. Yeah, you stay right there, buddy.
Look, if I can see it, they should have been able to see it.
Yeah, and
holding, offense number 78.
They're going to get better. They're going to, correct some of these mistakes. Some of the things just, like the onside kick, the sack, that didn't, the sack fumble that didn't go their way. There's just, the ball just bounced a certain way, and it makes a big difference. Nevertheless, South now gets a holding call. 2:11 left to play in the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. South down by 3 scores, 49-28.
Second and 11. Schroyer back. He's looking for a man. There's going to be another hold. There's Ezzy Cortez, although I don't see a flag. Cortez is up to the 45-yard line for what appears to be a first down.
I don't think they wanted to call it, Jim.
I mean, well, it also could have been that the defensive lineman just bowled over and tackled the offensive player. It looked like the offensive player kind of pulled him down and tackled him, but, I'll take it.
We'll take it.
I've been wrong before.
Not
much, mind you, but here and there on the off occasion. It's first down and 10 with 1:57. It is the 2-minute warning. And I mentioned it before, but just a reminder, next week here at Bogus Stadium, it's Bird Bowl 33, and it literally could not matter less what happens here tonight in Harlingen or down the road in Weslaco, because Bird Bowl it's Bird Bowl.
It's Bird Bowl.
Okay.
It's going to be good.
This is Coach Gonzalez's 5th year at the helm of Southhawks football. He came in, and really shook things up, beating Harlingen in his first year. And it's been all Harlingen since then. So it's been 3 in a row for the Cardinals, and the Hawks are going to try to get it back. Schroyer rolling left, looking for a man. He just overthrows Joaquin Cisneros.
Yeah, that was intended for Joaquin Cisneros. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10. Stop. The clock stops at 1:51. Jim, South just probably trying to get something scored, trying to make it look a little bit more respectable. But like you said, don't let the score fool you, ladies and gentlemen. Just a couple of miscues. South would have been right in it, with a couple of miscues here and there. Just the ball didn't bounce their way.
Well, and our miscues led directly to touchdowns.
Yeah.
Schroyer passes, and that was Christian Trevino, and he looked like he was stumbling before the ball got there and wasn't where Schroyer expected him to be. That's a tough break. I'm not sure if he was sort of chipped by a DB or if he just slipped on the carpet, but in any case, it's going to be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, it didn't look like he literally looked like he didn't act surprised that the ball was coming that direction in the first place too. But nevertheless, like you said, Jim, we got 3rd down, 1:45 left to play. Here we go. South 2 more downs to get a first down. Here we go.
At this point, I just won one more score. One more LF Motors drive of the game. How about it? Schroyer's looking. He's going to get sacked. Balls on the carpet. Nikki Row football. That's going to be the ball game.
Yep. 2 kneel downs.
As if it wasn't before. But
it's an incomplete pass.
Oh, no. They called it an incomplete pass. Okay. Well.
We got one more down. We'll survive drive another day.
All right.
Another down, should I say.
A game-ending LF Motors drive of the game is still on the table.
Yeah, we might have one. Maybe got enough for one more LF drive. There we go. LF Motors drive.
Of course, this game, the drives are really not so much drives. It's, 50, 60-yard pass plays for touchdowns. But I'll take one of those too. 4th and 10. Schroyer back. He's looking long. He's got Solario, who's wrestling the ball away from the DB. Solario's got it. It's a first down at the Nikki Row 38. Derek Solario, the first time we've called his name today.
That was a good pass because, they both seem to have it on their possession.
Absolutely. The clock restarts after movement of the chains. Schroyer's rolling left. He's under pressure, and he's going to go down.
Yeah,
1:17 and counting to go. It's going to be second down.
Yeah, and that was some good pressure coming around from the right side. That was number 58 and number 53, number 58, Orlando Vega coming in from the right side, putting South with a big loss, and now going under a minute left, 59 seconds left. South with a second and long.
Clock moving under a minute now. 2nd and 17. Schroyer back. He's looking, and he's got, is that Miguel Edismendi? Did I see a number 16? It's on the far side of the field. It's caught for a moderate gain. No, it's Ezzy. Is that Ezzy Cortez?
That's Ezzy Cortez. Maybe should have tried to gone out of bounds, Jim.
Well,
had an option, but decided to try to get that extra yard, and might be the second to the last play here.
And that is going to be caught, and they're going to call it out of bounds. I think they could have called it stop of forward progress, but Joaquin Cisneros has the first down, and he's out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
But it's going to be a 4th and inches, Jim. So,
Okay.
Yeah, 4th and about.
We're a little discombobulated here at the stadium. They are marking it short.
That's going to be a false start.
No.
Or are they going to give him first down? I don't know. Refs don't even know what's going on. Now they said move the chains.
Well, I think that was the problem because I think it was a first down, and I think the chain gang, not only can they not spot an obvious offensive holding, but they're a little behind on that. But that's okay. Look, it's week 1 for everybody. Last week it was preseason for everybody. Now it's week 1 for everybody.
And we're not even in district yet, so there we go.
1st and 10 from the 28. Schroyer rolling out right. He throws down for Solario, but it's well short of him. 23.2 seconds to go, and I really want another touchdown out of this. The result is no longer in doubt, but I just feel like these kids have played so hard, and it's early season, and let's remember, this is non-district play. It's not exactly preseason, but it's definitely not district play. So, if you're going to do something with your season, you got to do it in district play. So we're going to learn from this. It's 2nd and 10, 23 seconds to go. Schroyer's going to look long. He's got Gavin Ramirez. Oh, man. Gavin Ramirez was about a half yard short in closing distance from the ball of catching his 3rd touchdown.
And then that was a pretty decent throw there. Good coverage too. They had a little good coverage.
Let's try that 2 more times.
A couple of times you got maybe about 2, maybe 3. Well, no, you got 2 because it's 3rd down. Unless they get a first down. But the South hanging on there, trying to get one last score, ending the game, Jim, as you can say, on a positive note.
Absolutely. Schroyer passes left to Edwards. He's going to get out of bounds right at the first down marker. The clock stops at 10.4 seconds to go. It is a first down. And so now I was going to say you're within striking distance, but Schroyer and the South offense have shown you that striking distance is basically anything outside the opponent or their own 30-yard line. With their big play capability that's been on display tonight. As it is, they're at the 18-yard line, 10.4 seconds to go. Schroyer has the snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. He's got Christian Trevino for a South Hawk touchdown.
Wow. And the guy who hit is the one that's laying down right now, too.
You know, it looked like Trevino took the worst of it, but it was the DB or linebacker laying the lumber that actually got down on the carpet. Trevino with an incredible play to hold on to the ball and fall backward into the end zone. And
wow,
that's another LF Motors drive of the game.
Well, there we go.
I mean, if we can't win the game, at least let's say our sponsors' names again.
Yeah, well, there we go. The LF Motors drive of the game.
Go ahead, boy. Go ahead.
We got 4.9 seconds. Just hope that he's okay because...
And yeah, that Nikki Row player that laid that big hit on Christian Trevino is still down on the carpet. So, I mean, we're not going to celebrate over that, but... you know, there's no question that the South Hawks can score points. They did it last year, and, you know, 5 touchdowns is nothing to sneeze at. It's just that we gave up 7 today.
And like I said, Jim, a lot of it, you know, some miscues, special team failures, breakdowns. If you want to break down the game, you know, you can go with the special teams on the kickoff, you know, and the long punt. A good punt return that led into a scoring drive. But, well, I can't see the number of the Nikki Row Warrior, but if anybody listens for Nikki Row, he's up on his own power and walking in his own power. So good thing. That's a good thing to see out there.
The Harlingen-Wesco game is over. The score was some points to a different number of points, and then one of the teams won the game. And by the way, if you're wondering, I know that when you call it drive of the game, you can only have one. I don't care. I did it anyway. Write a letter or something.
So here we go with the extra point up, and it is good. Harlingen South will try another onside kick, and but that will probably be the last thing anyway.
And then throw it long to Gavin Ramirez.
Yeah.
How about that?
That could happen here. I mean, anything can happen. But you got 4.9 seconds. If you recover, you get one play. If you don't recover, you get one sit down, and the game will be over. But never, you know, I laid out some of the things, the miscues, but a lot of the positive things that they have a good air attack. Shorter with Ramirez, good combo. Cabrera also had a touchdown. Ramirez had a couple touchdowns. The only thing that we didn't see today was an established running game. So I think that's something that Luke Ramirez and Edwards have to work on and try to get that going on, ladies and gentlemen, because a running game is just as important as any passing game.
And Cameron Love, you've got a stable of backs there. Thanks again to Texas Regional Bank. Thanks again to Valley Baptist Health Systems. Thanks again to South Texas Urgent Care Center, Fast Signs, Burke Children's Dentistry, Whataburger. And, you know, I'm still full. I'm not even hungry yet. And I ate that pulled pork sandwich from Reina's about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and, man, it was perfect.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate that.
They're tasty, that's for sure.
Boy, I mean to tell you. Oh, their barbecue chicken is so good. It's so good. It's smoked. It's perfect. It's juicy. Go get some of that. 3.3 seconds to go in this one. Nikki Row is going to kneel on the ball. So we're going to wash this one out of our hair tonight. And I know Coach Gonzalez and his staff have lots of tape. A lot of it's good. A lot of it's not so good. A lot of it's pretty unlucky. You don't want to just say, "Oh, we got unlucky." Nobody wants to hear that. But, you know, some of the bounces didn't go our way. That I keep going back to that doggone onside kick. My goodness, I swear we had it. I mean, to say we touched early and line it up an inch short of the 50-yard line is just going to continue to bother me. So that's the ball game. The Hawks are going to start the season 0-1 in non-district play. The Cardinals are going to do the same thing. So next week, we hope you come. We hope you come down to Bogus Stadium. It's going to be the place to be next week. Sure, Joe and I would love you to listen to us gas bag and get numbers wrong and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, that's great. We want you to watch. But if you're in Harlingen next Friday night and you're not here at Bogus Stadium for Bird Bowl, what are you doing with your life? I don't even know, Joe.
You're missing out. That's all we can say. But, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you very, very much for putting up with us. Right, Jim?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. We're going to keep getting better. And thanks to our sponsors, our partners, our supporters, and you at home for making this a community effort and for helping support something that we can all get behind together no matter what. It's so important. We're so excited to bring you Bird Bowl 33 next week. For tonight, that's it. For Joe Martinez, I'm Jim Young. Good